Hello. I am your GM for today, Abria Iyengar, and you are here watching the Game Master's Gauntlet. Every week for 4 weeks, one of us will DM the rest of the group in an amazing adventure of wonder and peril. And now it's my turn. So before we begin, let me introduce our amazing table, and then I'll explain how the game works, and then we'll part the veils of mystery and jump into it. Let's start with Emily.
Hello, my name is Emily Rose Jacobson. I'm a player this week, very excited, and I am playing the half-orc fighter Mama Mozarin.
Amazing. Bert.
Hey everyone, I'm playing the super righteous, totally good Morglum, the goblin paladin. He's just on a quest to serve his god.
Aren't we all?
He is here. Aren't we all? Yeah, aren't we all? Just trying to do that. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm even after just one episode, I'm like really into the story and excited to see where this goes. And we left it on such a cliffhanger.
Such a cliffhanger, yes. And Matt?
Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Acevedo. I am playing the noble dragonborn barbarian known as Onyx Arkol, and I am on a quest to look for our stolen dragon eggs and pay back the broker. So
a little column A, a little column B.
Yeah.
All right. And for what it's worth, when I am not in the DM seat, I play a character named the Nick. So that will be your job tonight. In addition to a bunch of incentives and goals that we have to help us tell our story. So for $10, you can give any player you want a reroll to help them out. $25 gives me a reroll. Definitely give me more. I need ammo for the fire. $50 triggers a flashback scene for a character of your choice. $75 gets a random encounter. I have a table ready to go. I will roll it as desired. And for $100, you can create an NPC that I will fold seamlessly into the narrative. We also have a bunch of tier unlock goals, including an audience vote to see who gets a natural 20, an audience vote to see who gets a natural 1 on their next roll, 2 rounds of rolling a d4 to see which player gets to just straight up take the narrative reins and GM for 2 minutes at a time, and a level up or 2.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love power gaming, so let's get some levels in here and see how interesting we can make things. And at $1,500, I will give you one of my patented stingers to check on some cool other things happening in the world that our camera doesn't see. So with that, why don't we fold back into the narrative and pick up where we left off?
Let's do it.
All right. The 4 of you have just witnessed, it's nightfall. You finally reached the lake that you've been headed to all day long. You're a little tired, a little sweaty. The day is sort of humid, cooling off into the evening. And you see at a clearing at the edge of a dock, a pair of bandits have a young, sort of weak and frail and small looking lizard folk that you, Oryx, recognize as Frederick, your manservant, personal assistant. They've tied a massive rock to a rope tied around his ankle. And as they make eye contact with you, when you hear Frederick go, huh! He is thrown off of the dock into the water. What do you do?
Oh, man. I'm about to beat up some freaking rogues. Let's do this thing. I'm on. Are we going to roll initiative or are we just going to go for it?
You know what? Let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Oh man. Well, like, at first I see this and I just yell. and I get like real angry about it. So let me roll that initiative.
Nice. As you sort of stare at this, I do want to clarify that these bandits, now that you're looking a little more closely with your like hunter's eyes, you see that they're actually centaurs. For no reason. I just want them to be centaurs.
Heck yeah.
Oh, crap. Okay.
I love centaurs.
Well, that so definitely changes what I'm just to confirm.
Then I yell, I go beat up the rogues or the centaurs, not the rogues.
I mean, they could be rogue centaurs.
Could be
You don't
rogue
know.
centaurs.
That's
They're
true.
sneaky.
That's actually true.
I believe we generously have some rerolls. Is that correct?
You do. It looks like you have 3 rerolls each.
Whoa.
If you'd like to use
Just
them.
gonna get rid of one right now because I rolled really badly on my initiative, and oh my god, I'm using a second one right now.
We'd love to see it.
I'm also going to use one as well.
Okay, I'm gonna take that just because.
Amazing.
I'm
Thank
going
you
to use
so
a reroll.
much.
Okay, I'm going to take that one. That was an 18 plus 1, so 19.
I'll do a reroll for initiative. Heck yeah, I'll jump in on this party. Yeehaw. Oh, yeah, this is a bit better.
Ooh, I have rerolls too. I love this.
I got a 14.
All right. Okay, so a 14 for Morglum. What'd you get, Mama?
12.
Ooh, Oryx.
19.
Ooh, love to see it. This is our first time of voting because the Nick is also there and ready to help with the fight. So I need you all to decide. It looks like the Nick got a 7 on her initiative because I rolled like trash and I'm not burning my reroll on this. So decide, what is the Nick gonna do? Is she going to like run in and fight or hang back and try to help one of the players with what they do next? So y'all vote on that, and when I get to you, you'll tell me what we do as a group. The bandits rolled a 17.
Oh.
So Oryx, you're up first.
I see my friend being tossed into this lake, and I don't at first I get mad thinking about how I'm gonna charge at the centaur, but I dive head first into this lake to go after my manservant or Frederick.
So you dive in after Frederick. As you jump in, the water is murky. Everything you've been told about the pollution levels in this lake are absolutely true. It kind of stings you. It stings your eyes to look and see. Make a investigation check for me with disadvantage.
Yeah. He's just really upset of how disgusting this is, and he's getting all his like armor and stuff all dirty. He really hates that.
Yeah. What kind of armor are you wearing, by the way?
Oh, that's a good question. I am wearing, I'm just wearing some light armor and medium, medium armor with but with a shield. So
All
that's
right.
not like too fancy, but it's like it's dope. It's like it's been
You
like
bring the shield into the water with you?
No, I tossed it. I tossed it to the
Coward.
side.
You coward.
Oh, it'll weigh me down. I don't want to get my shield dirty.
You don't want to get your shield dirty?
This is the kind of guy. This is the kind of dragonborn he is. You know what I mean? It said roll for what was it again?
Investigation check with disadvantage to see if you can spot Frederick.
It's not good. All right, with disadvantage.
Yeah, it's
Okay, that one's a-
nasty in there.
That one's a
Red
2, so probably the 2.
Ooh.
That one's a 17, so the 2.
Oh
You
yeah.
have a reroll that you want to use on the 2?
Oh, Bert, thank you for the assist.
Hey,
I will
Bert.
reroll.
Hey Bert, look at me. Shut up.
Okay, I'll take do I have chance? Do I use one more reroll? No, I'll take an 11. I'll take an 11.
Yeah, that's good. Within 11, it takes you longer than you expected. You were diving kind of exactly in the direction that you know Frederick's trajectory would be in. And eventually you see a little glint of green off of a little bit of light. And down this, like you've probably swum down 20 or 30 feet. You're below where the sunlight can break into the water, and there is no sun. It's night now. So you're you're very confused as to what threw off that little bit of light, but you catch his scales and you can swim down and get to him and start to pull him up in the next round.
All right. Boo! And I just like I in underwater I just yell boo, boo.
He looks back at you and just goes and like too many bubbles escape his face. And he's like, oh, that's probably going to be a problem in the future. Don't worry about it for now, though. Is there anything else you want to do with your bonus action?
Oh man. Nah. I just rush towards him. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah. I otherwise because like if I could electrocute the water, but that'd be pointless. It would just hurt us.
It would probably hurt you, but it would be very interesting.
It would be interesting.
Yeah. So, just keep it in mind for the next one. So it's the bandits' turn now. And one of them turns and is squaring off against Oryx, and then Onyx. Why am I saying your name weird? Squares off against Onyx and then is ready to fight, and then you jump into the water and he's like, I don't think horses swim, so I'm not gonna. All right.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah. So they both gallop off the docks, and one's gonna head for Mama and one's gonna head for Morglum. So let's get some rolls in here. Bria, you know how to do this.
Thank you for the rerolls, chat.
Yes,
yeah.
thank
Thank you, chat. Y'all are so
you.
I
generous.
have 2 left now.
Amazing. So Mama, does a 17 hit you?
17 is my armor class, so
Okay.
yes.
So it just hits. And then I'll roll the other one. And that one is an 18. Does an 18
Damn
hit
it!
you, Morglum?
That hits me. Yes.
Okay, so both of them are gonna make attacks with their pikes first, and you're gonna take 7 points of piercing damage, Mama, as the first one kind of crashes in, and you're all of your armor is vintage. It all fits. It looks great, but you're still getting used to moving in it. So you get caught and clipped in the shoulder, and Morglum, you are gonna take 6 points of piercing damage as the second one slashes down and kind of catches you sort of in the back as you're battle rolling out of the way. And they are both in melee range of you now, and they both sort of rear up. Now that they're much closer to you, you see that they're these beautiful chestnut colored centaurs with battle paint all over them, these stripes of blue and white in the moonlight, with long mohawk purple hair coming off of the side and eyes that seem to glow in the night, as they both sort of are trying to push you back and say we are doing the work to defend the future. Let it be. Let him drown. All right. And next up is Morglum.
Shit. All right. As a free action, can I do a sense motive is kind of what I want to do. I'm trying to figure out what the I guess that would be insight.
Ooh, you make an insight check for me.
Yeah. Okay. Because they said they're trying to they're trying to save the future, so I need to figure out, are they good, are they evil, what's going on. To be honest, sometimes you execute people by throwing them in the river. That's just what you do.
That's
the
just
Great
what
One
you do.
tells out it's efficient, it feeds the fishes and the creatures of the deep. But
You
so
know
I'm
what?
just
Make
gonna
this
see.
with advantage, because I feel like you understand where they're coming from.
All right, a 14.
Yeah. With a 14, they don't seem to have any malice for Frederick. They are doing, they absolutely are sort of self-possessed and self-righteous, and they're not mad at you. They're trying to keep you from interfering in a righteous act. Is there anything else you would like to know?
I just want to clarify. Now, when you say righteous, do you mean Morglum's sense of righteous?
Oh. Centaurs are not aligned. They are neutral, and they are acting on behalf of what they see is the lawfulness of the world. So what you're getting off of them is this strong sense of lawful neutral, that they are neither good nor evil. It's like being in the cold, and you know how cold kind of kills your sense of smell. You're not getting any sense off of them. They're simply doing what they must, and you have to act in the absence of that divine sense.
All right. Morglum decides to he also has a shield, so he'll pull out his shield, and he's not gonna throw it away because that's a rookie move. And he's gonna ride defensively. I'm not going to swing. I'm gonna wait to kind of play this out, basically based off the horrible evil over there and seeing what she does. And if she goes crazy, then I don't know, maybe I sit this one out. But I'm just gonna be defensive. I'm not gonna say anything because they just stabbed me, so I'm kind of a little pissed off.
but I can't just start swinging around. What are we? Just to be crazy unless you steal, because then you obviously just die if you steal. So, all right, I'm gonna play defensively and hold back.
Amazing. I'd like to offer you a mixture of you can take the dodge action, and normally that's your action, but would you like to hold an action to see if something happens that would trigger you like suddenly going in the initiative?
Yeah, I want to hold my action until Mama goes.
Okay, I like it. So as soon as you see what Mama does, you can immediately jump into whatever's happening and decide what Morgul wants to do. Perfect.
Thank you.
So you face off against this one Centaur. This one's a little bit darker brown than the other. So we'll call this one Brownie, and the other's Chestnut. They have very scary names.
Brownie and Chestnut.
I love it.
Morgul actually finds those terrifying, so yes.
And Brownie sort of, they like narrow their eyes and look at you and kind of quirk their head, seeing your like reserve and your patience in this moment. And they are a little mystified by it. Okay, Mama, what would you like to do?
So, could my free action be talking? Or is
Of
that going to
course.
be, okay, great. Okay, so can I do an action then a free action? Or does the free action always have to come
you
first?
don't have to. Just, you can talk and then I'll tell you if you have to like
Wonderful.
make an action out of it.
I would love to take out my whip and like try and hog tie one of the centaurs and then give him a good old fashioned talking to.
Amazing. Yes, please
I have a
make an
whip.
attack roll for me.
Yes. And is this dexterity because it's a whip, or is it just?
Yeah, it would be plus. I'm assuming you're proficient in it, so make a d20 roll plus your proficiency modifier plus your dexterity modifier.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna use a re-roll.
Probably a good call.
I want this to
Or you
work.
could just not do it and it would be fine.
I want to win.
If you are
Oh,
better at
jeez.
strength than dexterity, I will also offer that you can call this a grapple roll if you want.
Okay, I might use that because my dex is a minus and my strength is a 3.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna use that last re-roll because that was worse than
So
the
you like
first
roll,
one.
you like try to crack your whip at this like massive horse beast, and it sort of looks at you as a creature of like equal size and kind of gives you the like, do I look like people or some sort of like rodeo sheep? Like that's not gonna work. And you go like, maybe we use our fisties and do a good old fashioned grapple.
Just gotta clean this up. And she like picks the whip back up and like recoils it back.
So go
Sorry.
try one more time and just make this a grapple attack.
Sorry
So
about
make an
that.
athletics check, and I'm gonna do a strength saving throw to oppose it.
Awesome.
You have to beat a 16.
All right, so that's just
They're strong.
13.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna let this succeed. Because I just want to see what happens.
Great.
And yeah, you have this weird sense as you like go to like tackle. Are you going for Brownie or Chestnut?
Which one is right in front of me? You said Brownie was in front of Morglum.
Yeah.
So Chestnut's kind of right, squaring off with Mama.
Yeah.
I'm going for Chestnut.
Okay, so you go to like grapple Chestnut, and you see that like you kind of like didn't quite time it right, and this probably shouldn't work. But Chestnut sort of like leans into it. And you're not quite sure why, but you have them sufficiently grappled. What do you want to do?
I would like to intimidate.
Yeah, go for it.
Give me
Make an intimidation check for me.
All right.
But more importantly, break me off a little piece of that.
Now look here. I am just no. You cannot be throwing people into lakes. You can't just do that. We don't. That's not how we operate here. This is not okay. If you have a problem with someone, you can talk to them about it. We've got one of our people swimming after him in there. Hopefully he stays alive. That lake is polluted, by the way. I hope you know that you're going to have to cost him a lot on his health insurance or whatever he has protecting him. And what is this you saying about the future? I mean, whose future is really certain anymore? It's not, you don't have control of me, I don't have control of you, and gosh darn it, that's a good thing. You need to just take a step back and we can handle this future talk by good old-fashioned communicating. Centaurs.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
You centaurs. Okay. That's an 18.
Ooh, heck yeah. With an 18, Chestnut sort of like relaxes in your grip and is gonna like kind of, like horse sit and kind of like gets down and like just sort of looks up at you and says, okay, so I think we started off on the wrong foot. Hoof. You have feet. We'll go with foot. I am Chestnut. I am the sage of these woods, and I am simply following the will of my dark mistress, the moon, who has foretold of a great evil at the hands of someone named Fred. And that guy's name was Frederick, so we thought it was him.
Okay, Chestnut. There may have been a miscommunication. I think
Yeah, that's kind of our bad. Hey, and he looks over to see Brownie. What's going on between Brownie and Morglum now?
Oh yeah.
This like Mexican standoff. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
like no, there's so Morglum is actually paying more attention to Mama in the fight. Like he's still defensive, but he sees what she's doing,
yeah.
and so he just kind of like gives he just had his shield raised, so he doesn't go for his weapon. He just kind of gives like the universal like knightly hand gesture of like, it's cool, bro. No problems here. Because he's seeing that Mama's not like actively just running, but she's like talking to was it Chestnut?
Yeah.
So I don't know this one's name, but I go, look, hey, I think perhaps that you have thrown him into the lake for a reason. And if we all believe in our higher powers, then they will intervene. It's really on the one they call Onyx to rescue the one that you throw. But if it's his will to die, then so be it. But we're cool, bro. Have you heard of the Great One? And I like start to like see if there's a way to like proselytize him.
Amazing.
Oh
as you are doing this, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Yes.
In order to properly process just what exactly you saw from Mama. Because we all saw Mama do a grapple and then like have a calm and reasoned and measured response. What'd you get?
I'm gonna use a reroll.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use my last reroll. Do some more. All right.
You
here
know
we go.
what? Hold on. No. Oh, fuck. I want to let you have this, but
19.
I'm also a dick. I'm gonna use my reroll and say you have to roll again.
All right. Here we go.
Wow.
Oops.
Okay.
I like it.
How'd you do?
Got a 2.
Oh my gosh.
The only thing I'm going to add on this wisdom save is that your mind, having been touched by like these sort of reality warping powers of the Great One, what you saw wasn't Mama having a reasoned conversation. What you saw was Mama opening her mouth, letting out this eldritch sound that cowed a mighty centaur. And
Got it.
going from that like understanding of like lawful neutrality that you got from them, beyond a shadow of a doubt that Mama's alignment is deeply chaotic if it could instill fear in these wise creatures. That's all I'm gonna add.
Okay.
But you definitely have your like, it's chill, bro. And the other centaur who looks down at you and just I would like it if you make a persuasion check for me to like pull Brownie out of combat.
Oh no.
Because Brownie is the fight pony.
Yeah, 8.
Oh, you say that, and then you see Brownie sort of look over at Chestnut and over at Mama, and then back down at you, and kind of nods at you and says, you will not stop us. I don't know whom you serve, but it rolls off of you.
The Great One.
You did say that. I'm not an active listener, if I'm being super honest. But this is not over. I will offer if you would like to take an attack action before we like come back to the top of you held your action for so long that if you want to attack, you know that Brownie has no interest in peace.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If Mama can convince them, then that's just more resources towards this great evil that I just can't allow. And so at that point, if she is going to serve her chaotic powers, then the only way that I can do this is to like serve my god by like taking them out. So I'm going to be like, I go from the hand gesture of like, it's cool, bro, to just like, I will do what I must. And I just unfurl my flail and charge for it.
Amazing. Please make an attack roll for me.
All right, this I can do. So I get 2 attacks, is that correct?
Hold on. Can I give you a little something extra?
Is it more rerolls?
It's as good. I'm gonna give you advantage because you've held your action, and the Nick has decided to help.
Ooh.
So as she's watched all of this face off, she's going to like use an Eldritch Blast to like pull their attention. Please make your first of your 2 attacks with advantage.
Got it. Okay, here we go. First is a 15.
A
Pretty
15 just hits.
Ooh, all right. And that is 4 points of damage.
Oh.
Yeah, count it.
All right, I'll take it. Second attack is nat 20, baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
get
Morgul
it.
knows how to mess it up.
Get it.
And you look, all blood belongs to him. As I just like whoosh, even weird centaur blood. As I'm like going, since I'm also only like I'm riding a dog, so I'm up to probably the centaur's like legs, which is like, look, I'm not opposed to taking out some kneecaps again. So I'm just like swinging this flail as it like just goes straight for these like centaur front legs.
Amazing. Please roll your damage. Don't forget to double your dice.
That's correct.
And you can either roll twice the number of dice or just double the values you get. Your call.
Got it.
Not
And
stressed
then
about it.
am I able to also do that cool thing that you told me about last time, which was
Was it smite?
smite?
Oh, put a smite on it.
All right.
That's what you do.
That is
Add a
what I
smite
do.
to this, and you double all of your smite dice too. It's a full nightmare.
All right.
You get a smite. You get a smite.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
So here's what we'll do as you're rolling this, because I know like all of that takes time to adjudicate. Let's look over. Hey, Emily,
Mm-hmm.
how is this like critical hit even cooler? Like, can you help paint the scene for me?
Oh, sure.
As you see Morglum come in and just start swinging for knees. There's so many knees.
I think
So
this
many
is like
knees.
2 times extra knees, so like more knees, more fun. I think Morglum. You see just Morglum, just almost the moon that these centaurs are agents of starts to reflect off of his flail in almost this divine way that catches Brownie off for a second. Like, wait, is this the work of my god? No, it is his. As the flail comes down and just once again just rips through knees. I feel like this flail needs some kind of knee-based name at this point. If this is,
Yeah.
if it is
I'll
your
think
name.
of one.
Your name is Morglum Kneebane. Please,
I,
how many damage? How much damage did you do?
29.
Good.
Oh.
Cool. That's fine. I didn't need these to have hit points.
Good. But they
Alright,
have no
sounds
knees
good.
either. Lots of how much blood? That's the main question.
You
that
tell
I have.
me how much blood there is. You
And-
critted.
Oh, no.
So, is this just like gone?
It's still technically up, so
Oh.
And I'll wait.
you can take
to
one
describe-
leg off.
All right, I'll take one leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you just see this explosion of like sinew and blood and bone as this creature's leg just explodes, and as it like showers over me, and like that purple ichor that was before that's dried up is now like mixing in this strange like red purple colors of the Great One's awesomeness on all over me, and but it's not dead, so I cannot celebrate yet.
Yeah, and as this all happens, the moon that they revere so dearly is suddenly and mysteriously covered by a mass of black clouds as the Great One shows their favor to you and hides their god from them.
In my mind, it's like bright. It's awesome.
Oh my
It's like
God.
daytime now because it's just like this. The spotlight is on me, and I'm just hearing like this like heavenly sound as I am doing the Great One's work.
Hell yeah. And we come back around. Onyx, you're below the water. You've caught up with Frederick. There's a 40-pound stone tied to a
shit.
rope tied to his leg. So what do you want to do? Do you want to like try to beast mode swimming back up or detach it?
Oh, so
What you got?
I swim all the way down and I see my friend Frederick and I look into his eyes and we they say it's manservant, but he's my friend, you know what I mean? We're past, like, he's just like, I pay him well and stuff, because so he's an employee of mine, you know what I mean? So anyways, so I see him and I pull out, as my free action, I want to pull out my hand axe.
Yeah.
And I want to go down to the rope and cut the rope off so he can try and swim away. So I go to attack the rope.
Yeah, okay. Make an attack roll against rope. It's like the difficulty here is like a 12. And
Okay,
that's
tight.
only like, that's nerves of you. Like, in fact, let's not even call it an attack roll. Can you just make a performance check to see if you can do this quickly?
A performance check? Yeah, one sec. Let me get my stats out.
Get the stats out.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm coming, my friend.
Like I said, DC's a 12. If you meet or beat it.
Oh, that is a 21, baby.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you swim down. And it's kind of surprising that you just go and this rope looks like 2 inches thick. It's old, it's strong, and yet that adrenaline rushing through you right now, you catch it in a single like slice. And Frederick, you feel the immediate tug as Frederick starts swimming upward because he made that mistake of like saying hey to you, so he's already out of air. And he's just going back up to the surface. I would love it. As you do this so cleanly, can you just make an investigation check? Like now
Yeah.
that you're sort of at the bottom, you can like get a little bit of a look around you before you like kick off and head back up.
Okay, that is a 15. 16 minus 1.
Yeah, with a 15, you look around and your mind sort of re-alights on that weird sense of like the reflection of light off of his scales. And as you look down at your hands, kind of like, hell yeah, I'm a strong boy. You see a strange sense of light reflecting off of your scales too. And you look off into the distance, and even through the murk, you can see these like massive braziers churning, giving off this weird gray-white fire in the distance about 100 yards away. There's something down here at the bottom of this lake, and you could go investigate or you could head back up. What's your constitution modifier?
Oh, man. Huh. My con is, I get a +2 to my con.
Okay, so I can say, I'll say you have 2 rounds before you have to like be worried about how much air you have.
Okay, tight. How far you said it was?
It's about 100 yards away.
100 yards. I'm gonna make sure my friend's safe first. So I'm going. I see it. I'm gonna. And I like swim up, but I don't swim too fast because otherwise you get diver stroke. So I swim up.
Wait, what?
You ever heard of that? It's
You get the bends.
Yeah, the bends.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
meant like a legit stroke. Like I was like, whoa, that's dangerous.
So I swim up.
I mean,
and I want to like make sure my friend, that Frederick, is safe, and I want to see assess the situation because I can take care of that in a minute. I gotta take care of these centaurs first.
Yeah. So
that's right. You totally don't know what happened up
No.
here.
And I'm like covered in muck and filth, and my armor, my like emblem of the freaking Arcol's like legacy, like is all dirty, and I'm just like, centaurs, Frederick, you know. So I'm ready to like kill something.
So as you're swimming back up, you actually like very quickly sort of pass Frederick because you were able to push off of the ground, so you've got a bit more like velocity. So you're actually able to grab him and like help him swim all the way back up. And then you kind of get up and you can sort of see, like as your eyes are starting to clear, you see that there's something happening over there. It's not like a big fight, but they are in melee range of one another and they're a little bit of a ways away. So you don't have a great sense of what's going on with them right now.
Mama! Kill them!
Yeah, so now it's the bandit's turn, and Chestnut is gonna look over and then look back at you, Mama, and go, well, you freed him, and now the future's gonna die. Also, your friend is doing a murder to my friend. So I do feel like I've got to do something about that, and I'm very sorry. And he's gonna try to get up and break your grapple.
Okay.
Get back into it. Oh God, he rolled so badly.
Mama's just kind of like looking over at Morglum, and it's just like, what is with him and knees? What's it's the knees and the centaur
and
has
you all get like
knees.
splattered with blood off of that exploded front leg. And Chestnut just goes, honestly, I have no idea. And I don't think he's going to break his grapple. Can you make a strength saving throw for me?
Jeez.
All you have to beat is an 11 because I rolled like Duke.
I haven't rolling so good either, so this will be, oh, well, I mean, barely. That's a 14, so just.
Yeah, you're good. So you're able to hold on, but Chestnut is gonna do a hit and just punch you.
Oh.
Even in this range. And you said a 15 hits?
No, a 15 does not.
Oh, okay, cool.
17
And he's
do.
just kind of squirming inside your grip and goes, let me go so I can kill you.
No, I just want to talk.
You just lock up that grip and he's just like, and trying to like tap out.
Calm down, calm down.
Brownie, who's now a tripod, is gonna turn and attempt I guess it's just a one hoof smackdown now that one of those legs is sort of out of commission. And let's go ahead and make an attack roll. A 19 to hit.
Damn it. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. I mean, these things are powerful. You just started off with like a lot of weird energy that they didn't know what to do with. Go ahead and take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. All right.
And then he's gonna attempt, because these technically get 2 attacks, he's gonna try to like stab you with his pike again. Yeah, it's gonna hit. It's a 24 to hit.
Oof.
And please take, what a bad roll. Take another 6 points
All right.
of piercing damage as he like sort of rears back and actually like pushes you. So you know what? I'm gonna take 4 points off of that in exchange for him literally putting some distance between the two of you. He's gonna just get you about 10 feet away from him.
All right.
As he tries to like stagger back on his 3 legs and figure out what to do next. Okay, next up is Morglum. What do you do?
All right. I guess, do I get the sense that he's close at least to death?
Oh yeah, he's super,
Oh.
he looks about 13 hit points alive.
Got it. Good to know. All right.
Oh no.
I'm gonna, I guess, use an action to move the distance that he pushed me.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess that's one action. So that means I only.
Oh,
get
you
one.
you have plenty of movement. Don't even worry
Okay.
about it.
Okay. Cool.
Remember,
It was
every
more
round
just
you- yeah.
It was more just insulting that it's like when like you're like a little kid and he just like kind of pushed me away. Like Morglum's a little pissed. Like that hurt, man. Like it, just because I'm small doesn't mean you can just throw me around, right? So now I'm a little angry. And
Oh, this is it. That's the thing that made you mad. Got it. Noted.
and I need to know though before I do my attacks on him. Do I have any rerolls?
Ooh, let me see.
yeah.
I'm very bad at seeing this. I don't think so.
Okay, no worries. It's all right. We'll do this. Do this the old-fashioned way. All right, first one coming up. Here we go. That is a 15.
A 15 just hits.
Excellent. And that is, well, I'll do this. So then, Oh, +2. Oh, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. All right, so that's 5 points of damage. And then I'm going to do my second attack. That is a 20.
Oh, is it a natural 20?
Nope, dirty 20.
Okay, we'll take
Nice.
it.
Yeah, I'll take it. And that is going to be 6 points of damage. As now I'm like swinging and I'm just like, and like he's going to think I'm going to go for his other knee because why wouldn't you? But it's like you do the swing, but then you do like the up because the flail's got so much like length of the chain that it's like, haha, now you got a flail in the face, bro. And it just like goes up to him. Try to knock out the human teeth, right? But
Yeah. I'm so sad to say that this poor boy is still just a little bit alive.
Oh.
But we have some cool stuff that chat needs to do. Number one, chat, I need you to vote for who's going to get a natural 20 on their next roll.
Oh, dang.
And the next thing I'm going to do is I get to roll a d4.
wait,
Oh, what?
sorry. That's okay. I already. My turn is done. I guess. Yeah.
If
don't
you've
worry
got
about it.
something cool to do that you want to try to like,
How much would you told me the number. Is it like 5? 5 would do it?
oh, it's less than 5, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do Fury of the Small. Once per short rest, you can do 5 extra damage to a creature with a size larger than your own. And I'm gonna
Nice.
use that right now.
Amazing. So please just describe for me the end of Brownie the Centaur.
So as like the flail goes up, it's almost like the flail goes up and it hits him, but I like drop it completely as I just jump off dog and I'm like pulling out like my little blade, and as I'm like sailing towards like it's like torso, but like again that's super high. And I'm like using the knife to then like climb up him, and as I'm like getting right up into this like front of his face, I just go, "Don't worry, you won't be used by that evil one. Rejoice," as I like slit his throat. And I'm looking over at Mama, of course, as I'm saying this. But
Of course. And Mama, in this horrifying like moment of eye contact, you see the light leave Brownie's eyes, and Chestnut, still locked up in your grip, freezes up and reaches out and just says, "My partner," and then goes back to like fighting again. Mama, you are the winner, so you have a natural 20 on your next
Oh my
roll.
gosh.
And
Great.
while our delicious chat, you have more work to do, chat. We're not done yet. I need you to vote for me. Who's gonna have a natural 1 on their next roll? So while you're voting for that, Bert, please enjoy the next 2 minutes of GM privileges.
Oh, dang.
brilliant. All right, as Morglum comes down and you just like a crash and as Brownie is like dead, the light of the moon is like now getting even darker, making it harder for everyone to see. So like unless you have like low light vision or dark vision, it's gonna be harder for you to see. Now who's next in the initiative order?
Next up is Mama.
Mama, you're struggling. You're with this creature. It's almost like it for a brief moment, it reached out and was like, "My partner," and like that momentary hesitation has now given you a slight advantage. If whatever you want to do, but what do you do?
Mama is feeling really bad right now. She does not want 2 dead centaurs. She thinks this is just a common miscommunication. Frederick, she's had it happen in her life. Somebody else's name gets put on her stuff, or her kids get their lunches mixed up at school. So she wants to preserve this last centaur. So she's gonna just bop it on the head to like knock it out.
All right,
No,
will you just do a
non-lethal,
strength check
non-lethal
for me,
strike.
please?
She's got a natural
I got a nat
20 on
20,
her.
so
Oh yeah, you got a natural 20.
that
What am I
do-
talking about?
that do
Sorry.
happen.
So you just go, look, I'm sorry. What do you say as you bop it in the head?
I'm sorry. Just-
Wham! I don't know why they're human tops, so I don't know why they sound anyway. It doesn't.
No, they all sound like
Yeah,
this.
they all sound, and it's just, and you see as like as it just goes completely limp in your arms. At that point, who's next? And am I still going?
I'll give you one more. You're doing great.
Onyx, right?
Yeah, Onyx is back up.
Onyx.
Oh wait, you can do something with the Nick if you would like.
What did they vote? Did they do a vote?
Oh, no, they didn't do a vote on this round. She would have
Last
just
time they said
defaulted.
stay put. All right, so
Yeah.
the Nick. Let me ask you a question, the Nick. Hey, what am I talking about? You're not GMing right now. You're a player.
I'm not.
So, the Nick, what do you do as you see that one Centaur has been completely killed, one has just been knocked out, and you saw Onyx, who did jump into the river to get his manservant or lizard folk servant out, is like swimming back. All of this chaos has happened just in a mere matter of moments. And what do you do?
The Nick who helped you with your attack and then was sort of disgusted and horrified at what you've wrought in what was a peaceful moment, looks over at you and kind of gets up and backs up. And as she turns to like, she was probably going to go barf in the woods because she got splattered by a lot of horse blood. She turns and she actually sees a human druid sitting by the edge of the water, and she's gonna run over to them. I'm just gonna take the narrative back from here and start introducing NPCs.
Right.
And yeah, this human druid is sort of just laying by the edge of the water, and like slowly, as like a little bit of like tide comes in, they like splash water on themselves. They're covered in blood. Her name is Jessida. Jessida is a very good name and totally normal and what I always wanted it to be. And she looks up and just says, "Help me. There was a man named Fred. He was bleeding from the hand and he beat me up and took all my stuff. Please help me. The scourge of Fred." And then she faints. And the Nick like sort of drags this druid back over to the group and is just like, "Hey y'all, I found someone by the river and keeps mentioning a Fred. Does that mean anything to anyone?" And it's right about this time, Onyx, that you and Frederick, your lizard folk assistant friend, get back to the group.
I check in with Frederick. I like hold his face. Frederick. Are you okay? What are you doing out here?
I thought it was. You said you had to. I cleaned your armor, and I found out.
It's all filthy again.
Captain,
that's not your fault. It's not your fault.
It is. I was the one that was thrown in. I wanted to come to the lake and make sure that your tent was set up. And the centaurs asked me what my name was, and I told them it was Frederick, and they got really excited, and then they tied a rock to me and threw me in the water.
That sounds like some sort of sick foreplay. What are they going? What are they doing? What are they doing? Get out of here!
Saying that they were like trying to like make something happen because
they wanted to smash.
We'll make sure that they stay dead. But you're safe now, Frederick.
Yes, I'm yes. Thank you. You are, and he just like grabs you by the like face and like you guys like headbutt, and he goes, thank you. I will follow you until my dying day.
And I will pay you until I die.
Thank you. Thus the contract is sealed. What's
That's
happening
right.
over here?
That's right. Anyways, let's get you safe, Frederick.
Thank you. And he like limps back over to the group. Yeah, and you all just see like this like passed out druid, and yeah, Mama, you're still. I know combat really isn't over, but no, it is. You knocked out the centaur. What do you want to do with that? That's a whole situation.
You see her just like holding it, and then just gently like she like puts the centaur onto the ground. And maybe searches his belongings for maybe like a little horse blanket. Do centaurs wear horse blankets or no? Is it go underneath their armor? Maybe, maybe not.
Investigation check for me, please.
Okay, I'm going to look for a blanket.
Yeah.
It's only a 10.
Oh no, a 10 was enough. You absolutely find like a cute little like purple and pink like little, it's like a scratchy like drug rug horse blanket, and you just kind of throw it over.
Yeah, just good night, just sweet dreams. She like taps his head gently, like, "I'm so sorry."
He bleeds just a little bit more from
where you. Does anyone know Does anyone know what's going on here? Why are they hunting my friend Frederick? Did you get any information?
That's right. Look, here's the thing. Frederick is possibly going to cause problems. There's some sort of prophecy or thing with their... It was hard to hear. Something about time, and they couldn't allow him. I wasn't quite paying attention, but it sounded like they were going after him because of his name. And hello, I'm assuming you're Frederick. I am Morglum of the Ash Mountains. I have to ask you a question. Did they throw you into that lake for a reason?
And he kind of like a little bit of like water and like a little kelp comes out. They said that because my name was Fred, that they had to kill me for the good of the future. I don't know what that means.
That's right. They said they were looking for a Fred. Does anyone here know a Fred?
Morglum raises his hand.
I know two now. This one, and then I saw one on the way here when we were walking here.
But this is Frederick. Do you go by Frederick? Hi, nice to meet you. Do you go by Fred?
I don't. So I thought it was really weird when they were like, "Are you Fred?" And I was like, "Not really." And they went, "Close enough."
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Yeah, it
no.
was super rude.
Very.
Honestly, I'm kind of stressed out about it. And he like gets closer to you.
Oh, yes,
And
I would
he's,
love to use like my
short for a
motherly
lizard folk.
instincts, like to like help pick kelp off of him, and like, can I
Yeah.
get you any? Do you want to just we can make like a hot coffee or just something warm?
Do you have a hot cocoa?
I'm gonna. Can
And
I
he, like,
check?
Yeah. Completely infantilizes next to you and just sort of like leans into you and it's just very sad. Like they were so mean and they threw me
No.
in the lake and they were just gonna like kill me because my name is almost Fred and I don't know why they're mad at Fred.
They don't even know you, and that's not fair.
If I hadn't come by and saw you, you would have been dead. You would have been gargling water in your lungs. And that would have been it. Thank God. Thankfully we were here.
Thank you.
Listen, I need to investigate something. I saw something down there. Something was off. I might have a key to fulfilling this, cleaning up the resources in the lake and fulfill our duty for the broker. Would anyone like to accompany me?
Morglum's already started to walk away from the group because it got really weird. It was like not the right thing you do after a battle, everyone crying and all this stuff. So he goes to the Nick because he saw the Nick walk away.
Yeah.
And there was a person that showed up that we saw, so he's more interested. He's already forgotten all this, so he does not answer Onyx.
Nice. Side note, unfortunately, Morglum is also the winner of a natural one on their next roll.
Ooh.
As you like walk over and the Nick is still like very slowly, she's not very strong, dragging over this like dead weight druid. And she's like, at this heavy son of a bitch.
It's all right. Let me try and do some healing.
Oh, thank you. Wait, you heal and murder in equal measure?
I distribute the Great One's justice.
Huh. Well, I guess find you a goblin that can do both. Go ahead. And she just drops the druid and backs away.
Okay. So I'm technically using a power, so I don't think this is the critical failure because I don't want to kill this person by trying to actually. So I have lay hands. You have a pool of healing power up to 25. I'm just gonna say like 5, just enough to bring him back, right?
I'm gonna
like,
say like 1 or 2 just to wake him up. It's like a little pep. You just need like a little adrenaline boost. I don't want you to have to waste your lay on hands on this.
So, but in his mind, he's doing like a touch of like light. Is like an aura in his mind. He's just he's doing the Great One's justice, but it's like maggoty. It's like maggots to clean the wounds and stuff. So in his mind, he's like not. It's not what he's seeing is not really. It's not one for one. And so you just see as like whatever sort of things. It's like a weird like necropic healing. It's weird. It's gross.
Yeah, so you go and lay your hands on this druid's shoulder, and you see like the open wounds and like sort of like cuts and nicks, like maggots fill it in and soot. And it looks as though you were rotting her. Yet the wounds are closing, and fresh like flesh is left where all the necrosis goes away. And then suddenly
No need to worry. I am Moglum of the Ash Mountains.
and she turns and vomits, and like more like soot and inky black like ichor and like dead maggots like spill out of her mouth. She sort of wipes it and looks at you, and you see the mingled horror and gratitude in her eyes. And she's, what are you? What are you?
I am Moglum of the Ash Mountains. Maybe she didn't hear me the first time. He looks over at Nick.
I don't know. She just sort of fainted and said some shit about a Fred. I'm confused.
Oh, a Fred, you say? An evil Fred?
Yes. A man. He was cast in a red glow. He appeared out of a rip in space and yelled something about finding a stone. What was it? Garnet? No. It's ruby. I can't remember. It was something. He kept yelling about a stone, and then he beat, honestly, the shit out of me, and then disappeared back into a rift and told me to say that Fred was looking for obsidian. I'm gonna go with obsidian.
Can I do? I know I have the nat one, but can I do a willpower or a wisdom to see if I'm picking together?
Oh yeah,
she's talking about onyx.
Give me a history check.
Okay. Well, it's a nat one, so I'm just
Yeah.
like oblivious to it. That's
Yeah.
nice, and I walk away.
You know what? How
Thanks,
about this?
chat. Thanks, chat.
No.
Nope, it's all right. Okay, I'm gonna go check on dog. Checking on dog right now because too stupid to figure this one out. She's saying all these fucking gems and stones and shit. It's all right. It's cool. No big deal.
If you want to put together this very simple puzzle, all I'm gonna say is you owe me a natural one at a critical time at some point in the future. How does that feel?
I'm cleaning up my gear. Thanks,
Okay,
chat.
fine. Fuck
Thanks,
you.
chat. Let's someone else figure out, or we're just gonna walk away from this main storyline. All right, cool.
The Nick is just like not an active listener. You see her like looking out across the lake. She sees someone else, but isn't really saying anything. So she also didn't hear it.
I'm gonna go back in there. I need to see what was down there. It was as if it was calling to us.
Into the water?
Yes, there's something underneath the lake.
Well, it's a very dirty lake. Are you sure?
You don't need to remind me about the lake being filthy. It's all over my armor and my scales.
Well, I just mean it's just maybe it's not good lake. Maybe hurtful lake. Are you sure you're going to be okay? Do you need somebody else to go with you?
Perhaps, maybe we'll have the Nick stay up here, and we'll go investigate.
Nick is like, you're absolutely not gonna leave me up here. That's super fucked up. Personally, I just do not consent to that. I need all of you to make a perception check for me, as a strange light seems to be peeking through the tree line on the shore.
Got a 15.
There's a light at the Franken. I'm gonna reroll.
Did we all do Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Hell yeah, we are exactly the squad for that.
The RPG.
Oh my gosh.
The Rocky Pick. Nope,
Okay, I'm gonna reroll again. I got one reroll left. I am rolling 3 and then a 4. So I got one reroll
Wild.
left. Here we go.
Oof.
That was a 5. This is going to jail.
Wow.
And I'm gonna try a different die. My last reroll.
Last reroll. All right.
Good call. Good
Just
call.
a perception check. I don't.
It's just a.
Are you
perception
kidding me?
check, son?
That's a 5, dude. I'm done. I'm out. Rerolls.
Jeez.
What a shore to throw all of your rerolls onto. What'd you get, Mama? Damn.
A 15.
Yeah, with a 15, which was perfectly fine, as Mama would have easily alerted you to a presence walking through the trees. And what you see before you is this beautiful tiefling woman. She's tall, like obviously not as tall as, taller than the goblin, but not as tall as the two of you, standing at about 6 feet, slender, with 2 sets of beautiful, like curled horns and cascading long hair. She sort of gives off of this aura of white light and walks across through the tree line towards you. And you don't even hear footsteps. She seems to just glide forward and says, "My name is Lucinda Claremont, and you all seem to be in need of my services." And she like grabs onto a holy symbol around her neck, a 12-pointed star, and puts her hands out. If anyone wants to resist this, you can, as you suddenly feel like very, very warm. Are any of you going to instinctively fight back?
I don't have time for this. And yeah, I want to try and fight back.
Okay,
I have to find my babies.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me against a 16.
I also got a 16.
Ooh, okay. Then I will give you the option as you get a little more information. Like you feel, actually, you know what? No, you just resist it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask if I could do a sense motive.
Yeah, that's not a thing in 5th edition. It's an insight check. God, get your language right. Yeah. With the 16, I'm just going to give it to you. There's nothing malevolent about this. And
Sweet.
That warmth that you feel seems to be fighting against the cold that was seeping into your cold-blooded like body after being in this water. So this is definitely healing energy, even though she looks like a big scary tiefling.
Okay.
Mama's into it. She feels
Yeah,
good.
I resist, and then I go, oh, okay. And then I take it.
Nice. Anyone that like allows this to happen, I don't know how you're feeling about this, Morglum, but 17 points of healing.
Whoa.
If you want it.
Am I sensing anything of like really evil about her, or is it good?
To you, she looks so good. Because once again, horrifying tiefling.
Yeah.
But the energy coming off of her is dark. It reminds you of Mama. It's creeping and horrifying.
I'm gonna fight it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Wisdom save against a 16.
That is a 6.
Yeah. You try to fight it and you sort of like, you're struggling against it and you feel your body like freezing up, a rictus of horror as you try to like steel your muscles against the encroaching darkness, and you take 17 points of healing.
It's so grumpy. He's like a little puppy, dude.
It's a little grumpy puppy.
This is horrible.
Your dog just licks you across your face.
I'm
Just
suddenly
all the way
much
up
better.
there. Yeah.
Come, dog.
And and she just sort of looks at you all and says, "Who is the leader here? I would speak with this group's manager. You are disrupting the peace of this lake."
Morglum looks at the Nick.
The Nick looks right the fuck back at you and flips you off.
I, being from nobility, I am.
This is why I was looking at the Nick.
By the way,
She gives you another look like, honestly, that's fair.
we have plenty of resources as well if you want to talk trades later. Anyways, what problems do you have here?
What problems? You come here to this haunted, festering lake and you ask me what problems you are here. And she tosses her hair. And for just a second, you see that like full Karen haircut energy, and her eyes flash with all of the fury of a white woman at a Yankee Candle who isn't getting the discount she expected, even though she's the one that didn't read the coupon right.
Oh, it's
Please
too
make
real.
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm having
God.
CS flashbacks.
I'm assuming you have no rerolls.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
I got 3 rerolls, but I don't think you have any.
I don't know.
The
Wait,
way you
what?
said it was so fucking hurtful.
Didn't you just blow through the? I got a 3.
I did, but
I
then
got 4 out
chat
of
gave me
4.
3 more.
Hey.
I got Orphan Wisdom. 19.
Oh yeah, with a 19, you absolutely resist. How did everyone else do?
4.
4, Mama?
And that one.
Oh, Mama.
Oh no.
Mama, you feel a little warmth in your pants, and you may have piddled just a little bit. Like, hey, your pelvic floor isn't what it used to be after 3 kids, you know?
Exactly.
But everyone but Onyx has the fear condition. You are afraid of this powerful Karen energy, and you cannot get closer to her and for like a minute, and then it'll start to wear off.
I've dealt with
We've
people
done nothing wrong. As I stand next to the dead Centaur.
These are the guardians of this lake. They hold the balance, and you destroyed them.
No, just
Why?
one. That one's sleeping. I'm so sorry.
These
Just a little night.
guardians attempted to murder my friend. So this is on them.
These guardians do not act for unjust causes. What did your friend do to deserve their ire?
Speaking of unjust causes, they murdered him because they shortened his name to Fred when his full name is Frederick. So, I think that there is a miscast of judgment here, and I would like to speak to your superior.
How dare you, sir? I would like for you to roll initiative.
Oh,
No!
fight this, Karen. Fight
It's
this,
encounter
Karen.
time. Ooh, holy shit. Actually, as you guys are doing that, we hit $1,000. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to need all of you to level up, please.
Oh,
Dang.
Oh, right now, baby!
Rah, rah.
What
And
are we
roll
going?
initiative,
What are we
baby.
going
Yeah.
to?
Up, just go up 1 level.
1 level? All right. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know. Maybe could be more. I don't know,
Okay,
man.
okay, calm down, Morgan.
I could roll a d4 and see how many levels.
Absolutely. That's so arbitrary. Bless you. I mean, I respect the drip for trying, but 2K and y'all can level again. Sure. Fuck
What?
it.
Are we
What?
level twice?
Yeah!
No,
Shit,
no.
that-
Oh.
If you hit 2,000.
If we hit
2,000,
2K.
Oh my God.
I
just
believe
level
it.
again.
I believe it.
I'm into
I
it.
got an aura of protection. This is awesome.
Ooh, I like it.
Me and dog are gonna be fine.
Ooh, I got mindless rage. That's pretty sweet.
Oh.
I can't be charmed or frightened while I'm raging, which is pretty tight.
Oh, that's going to be super useful in right now.
That's pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's my Lucas and Adam at the same time.
It's a good simultaneous. All right.
Oh, hell yeah,
roll
dude.
initiative. Ooh, I rolled good for Lucinda. She got it.
Yeah, initiative.
So let's
Nice,
get some
dude.
initiative when you get a chance. Thank you all so much. While you're all leveling up and rolling initiative, I just want to remind everyone just what the heck we're doing here tonight. This is the Game Master's Gauntlet. All 4 of us are GMs, dungeon masters and mistresses in our own right. And every week we will rotate who takes the seat of glory. Week 1 was Emily. Week 2 is me. Who will next week be? But we're all cooperatively trying to tell a story while preserving our own storytelling styles.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my God, dude. You're so helpful. I love that.
Yeah.
Nick rolled a 13. Chat, it's your go again. What are we going to do? Is the Nick going to attack, assist someone in the group, attempt to seduce Lucinda? Huh? Or, I don't know, move to the next part of the adventure and jump in the water? Starts investigating, just looks for another way, a fourth path, if you will. So once again, attack, assist, seduce, investigate. Those are what we're going to do as the Nick on our turn. We are at 13 in the initiative order. Onyx, what are you at?
I have a 10.
A 10.
Yes.
Morglum, do you have an initiative for me?
9.
Mama. How you doing, baby girl?
13.
13. All right. So Lucinda's actually going to go first with an 18. And she looks at you, Onyx, and just says, "What have you done? You will never speak to my manager. I have no manager." And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as she attempts to cast Fireball at you.
Oh, shit.
Whoopsie.
We all report to someone!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, shit, dude. I'm going to reroll. I forgot I got 3 more. Here's my first reroll.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Don't
I'm
worry,
going to
I
reroll again.
rolled like
I got
hot garbage.
I'm going to reroll again. So this is my last reroll, unfortunately. Okay, that's a 15.
Nice. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, with the 15, you're able to, you actually only take half damage on this. So, son of a bitch, you only take 11 points of fire damage.
Does it send off like the muck on my armor? Does it make it actually look a little more like shiny? Like
Yeah, it burnishes it up, and your armor's like a little hot when you're just like but it's not bad. It's kind of warming you up. It's kind of a vibe. You like it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. You smell like kale chips. Sort of like a roasted algal stank, if you will.
Awesome.
All right. And she sort of looks at you like as you body that and shake it off, and she looks very confused. Mama, you're up.
Oh, I'm still inflicted with fear, right? Or is the fear gone?
You know what? I'll have you roll at the top of the round. So can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, yeah, that's
for
right.
me?
All right, that's 17.
Oh yeah, you shake it off the moment she actually goes and starts like fighting you all.
All right. You know what? Mama's gonna fight now. I think she's just gonna straight up use her cool sword that she has.
Hell yeah.
It's called a Mother's Wrath, and it is
Oh
a
my
flame-tongued
God, yes.
longsword
Yeah.
that deals some fun fire damage.
Oh, we love some fire
We love
damage.
some fire damage. Yeah, you just see her just pull off this sword off the back of her back. Like I said, it's still kind of rusted. It's just been sharpened, but there's still like rust on it. She needs to polish it. But as soon as she holds it and like this gem starts to glow, like this thing starts to light on fire.
Yes.
Nice.
Do it. Make an attack roll for me.
Yes. Yes. Oh no.
No.
It's a do I have any rerolls?
Oh God, there's no way for me to know. Someone will tell you.
I didn't
All
see
right.
any.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't see
Rip.
any.
That was a 10.
Oh yeah, 10 doesn't hit. So you go to like swing your sword at her, and she just sort of steps out of the way. Can you make a perception check for me?
Okay.
We love a little failing forward here in D&D.
It's all about
You don't
learning.
come
There's
away
no
with nothing.
mistakes.
That's right. You give a little some, you take a little some. You know?
Exactly.
Gosh darn it, these I love Dice Envy Dice, but today they're not serving me well. I need to experience them.
They work for only me.
That was only a 10.
It's a 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so would you like to know something about the environment or something about your opponent?
Something about my opponent. I want to I'm trying to check this lady's energy.
Yeah. Like you see as she manages to step out of the way, you like get a really strong sense of like ozone coming off of her. She is deeply magical and she's holding spell effects. You sort of see the stiffness in her carriage, and if you get a good get a good hit in, and she'll probably lose a lot of her efficacy. She's got concentration spells up. So I'm gonna say, you can use like a free action to communicate something to the group, and the next person to attack her will have advantage.
You see Mama kind of like stumble forward, like it's like the slow motion kind of ends as she kind of returns to speed as she stumbles forward with the sword, and she just kind of turns around to the group. I think she's. I'm falling into the Nyx accent. She's thinking she's thinking too hard. Just hit her brain. She's thinking too hard. Break her brain. Break the concentration. There's too much up there. That's the source of her power. Beneath her very short haircut and bleached tips.
Amazing. Do you want to do anything with like your bonus action or the rest of your movement?
I think she'll just I think she just wants to reestablish herself and maybe kind of run back over to the group. She's still very new to this, so she's going to try and hang around her buddies.
And that like on like a different person would probably draw like an opportunity attack, but that part of that thing that you noticed as you were swinging is that she's so focused on holding spells right now in this moment that like she doesn't have the presence of mind to try to like lash it at you, and you're able to get back to the group without any sort of like fight. And the Nick looks over. Good job, chat. I guess that's what we're doing. And she looks over and goes, I guess let me just try something a little different real quick.
No.
Hold on. And you see the Nick like unbutton. It's like she begins to unlace her jerkin just a little bit, and she goes, "Excuse me, ma'am. I don't want to. You're having a whole moment right now with my group, and I just want to say that I think you look absolutely radiant in this moonlight. And if I could." And she begins, because I believe, so she's a tiefling. This is just two tieflings talking. Do any of you speak Infernal?
Oh, no.
No?
I just could never pick it up. I tried.
Yeah. And the Nick begins like spitting mad game in Infernal, and all of you hear just like, and it's horrifying. It sounds like a record being played backwards and screaming, at the same time.
It sounds heavenly.
Yeah.
And the pure thing.
I'm digging it. I don't know what's going on. You just see his Morgan like big ass goblin smile goes like across his face. It's these like crooked teeth. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but like I vibe it. I jam with this. This is cool. This is great.
Straight up vibes.
Yeah. And you see the tiefling cleric sort of soften. She starts playing with like her like front bangs and just starts responding like rats. And they just begin having this like strange conversation in Infernal. And the Nick is distracting our cleric friend Lucinda. So whoever attacks next was already going to have advantage, but if you manage to crit, something else special will happen. So let's just keep moving down the line. Onyx, what do you want to do?
Excuse me, I'm talking to you. I asked to speak to your manager. And lightning's gonna come out of my mouth. My breath weapon. So
well, first I need you to roll to see if you're still afraid.
Oh, that's right.
Unless you're gonna start raging for a bonus action.
Oh, I'm definitely raging. I'm gonna start rage. Sorry, I should have clarified. I'm definitely raging. I'm very mad that this person.
Bonus action rage, so you shake off the fear immediately.
Yeah, so I go into my rage, and I'm just like, you look at me when I'm talking to you. You look at me.
Okay.
He's like super mad and just
Yeah.
lightning mouth. Like imagine like a lizard dude yelling at you, and while he's yelling at you about like how you're not doing your job right, like lightning's coming out. Like, "Ah, I swear you're not ignoring me. I'm going to stand here until you give me what I want." You know what I mean? So he's like giving it back tenfold, dude.
Okay, so how does
He's a noble as fuck, you know? He's an asshole, dude.
What's a
Fuck
male
yeah.
Karen? It's not a Chad.
well, you've
it
inadvertently also
a
killed
Claude?
Bert, which is amazing. But are you using your breath weapon?
I can picture it. It's like one of those lizards. It's like
Yeah, it's
He's
super
like-
really.
Oh, sorry,
shit,
sorry,
man.
sorry. That
Oh
was
my
good.
god.
You're good. That
Oh
was,
man.
shit, man. Shit.
Okay, so are you using your breath weapon?
I am, and
Is your breath
Thank you.
weapon an action or a bonus action?
it's an action.
Okay.
It's my first action.
Okay. So how does that work?
You actually have to roll a save.
Oh, okay.
So it's a save of, you have to beat a 13.
All right.
Ooh.
She hit a 12, so I'm going to use my other reroll.
Yeah.
And she makes it with a 15.
Also, who's is the Nick right next to her?
Yeah.
Oh,
She also has to make a save.
You son of a
no! Don't
All right.
attack the teammates.
bitch. The Nick did not make the save with a natural
God.
5.
Oh no!
If you
Do
kill
you have
my
a reroll?
character.
Do you have a reroll?
No, I don't. I used it for me as the GM and not me as the player because I didn't know.
Well, this backfire. You're gonna take 3d6 damage of
What
lightning
the
damage.
shit?
I'm so
Well,
sorry.
cool. Hey, chat. If we all die, we're allowed to beat up Matt.
What's your con modifier?
My con is a +2.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude. I rolled a 5. You
Here we
keep me
go.
my
So
Modifier
damage.
10?
Yeah,
Your
I'm a
modifier.
+10 to con. I'm a
Oh
sturdy
my
bitch.
god, that's 13
That's all I'm
damage.
good
to
Oh my
Nick.
God.
I'm so sorry.
You suck a bunch.
And then he's just you see Onyx. He's like, I missed, and I'm hit my teammate. Ah! And he's like gonna use the second action to swing his great axe at the creature.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Don't
Hey,
miss
chat,
again.
we're the Nick, so let's decide what do we do. Do we continue to fight Lucinda or do we kick Onyx in the nards?
Kick his nards.
Oh,
That's our choice.
I'm so sorry.
That's great. You know what to do, chat.
You know what to do.
Nards.
What? Oh, that's a nat 20. That's a nat 20.
Amazing. Get her.
Oh my god. Okay, here we go. I got a D12 coming your way.
Okay.
I forgot what for critting on damage, is it just double the damage or?
So you can either double the dice or just double the damage. So it's going to be, you double the dice no matter what. So you can either roll twice or just double whatever you get on the dice. And then you add all your modifiers in like
Sweet. Sweet.
at the end.
All right, I'm just gonna roll 2 dice. I'm gonna roll 2 D12.
Yeah.
D12. Okay, that's a 7 and a 6 plus 3, so that is a 16
Beautiful.
points of damage.
Time. Oh, yeah.
Do you have any, like, do you do extra damage while you're raging? Because that sounds like normal.
That seems normal. 1 sec.
Yeah. I just want to double check and make sure you don't have like a great weapon master feat that just absolutely stomps when you crit, stuff like that.
That is so gosh darn nice. Oh, I get a second attack.
Yeah, okay.
When I'm raging. Yeah.
Well, that was your second attack, yeah? Your first was your breath weapon, and then you attacked with your sword?
Yeah. So that's it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 attacks.
All right. But I did say that if you crit, a thing happens.
Yeah.
You need.
Oh god. Oh geez. Well, why don't you just describe to me what you do? You could just kill her. describe for me what happens. You miss with your breath weapon. It like goes out and the bolts seem to like, you know, your aim is true. And that's why you hit the Nick too. But the bolts seem to bend around her as her concentration stays up. But like as they clear, she didn't expect that suddenly you would be standing there right in front of her and you just let into her with your sword. How did you do this?
It's a great axe.
It's a great axe. It's what I fucking said.
Yeah. That's America's axe right there. Anyways.
Oh.
Here we go. I come in and I'm just gonna like swing because I guess she's facing like kind of angling towards me, so I'm kind of at her front. And I just like hit her right in the arm, and maybe and the arm comes off. And I pick it up and I said, that we're not finished here.
Are you pointing at her with her own arm?
Yeah, and I'm pointing and I have like the like this. I'm holding the arm like this. And the finger's pointing, and I'm like, now you're going to tell us what the hell is going on here and what's inside of this lake, or else you're going to lose another arm.
As the arm comes off, like this sickly green and gray light pours out from it, and her head kind of lolls to the side, and you see a small bioluminescent leech is attached to her neck.
Oh,
and
shit.
Even as she dies, a voice issues forth and the mouth keeps moving, even though the light has left her eyes. And she says, if you want to know what's happening, come below. We're waiting for you. I have what you seek. I am the corruption, the pollution, and I will destroy that little town of Ambros and then spread my poison across this and all other lands. And then her body like gives out entirely and crumbles to the ground.
So I'm going to say that this was a vessel. And apologies for getting angry and not assessing the situation more clearly.
That's fair. Yeah. And
he
with
drops
that,
the arm.
Oglum's just sitting next to Frederick, and he just kind of looks over, or standing, I guess. And he's like, "So you were just gonna stand there too and not do anything, or were you just gonna? What do we just they did all the work, and do you fight? Do you just drown in lakes?"
he's like suddenly holding a cup of hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa, of course.
Just, I clean his armor. Like that's my job. Like that's the best thing I'm capable of. Do you think I'm gonna get into a fight? That's your job. We all have our lanes. Stay in yours, little man.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. I have no response. That one cuts deep. That one cuts deep.
And at this point, Morglum, the druid whose name is now and has always been known to me. I don't know what I said before, but oh shoot, where was it? I lost it. I can't read this page. Barney, the druid.
I remember you saying that very distinctly.
Yeah, I totally said Barney the whole time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Barney, who's just gonna remain female, and that's totally fine.
Great.
She looks down at you and just says, What do you plan on doing? I've been studying these waters for weeks. I don't know what the poison is. Are you here to help, to hurt?
Yes.
Okay, I gave you two different options there, and I'm not really sure which one you said yes to.
Oh, I didn't know it was mutually exclusive. I think we hurt these people, and we're gonna help some other people. Sometimes you can do. Look, I'm not saying that you need to live your life just one way or the other, but you can do both. Maybe we hurt the lake and help the lake at the same time. We have a thing that we bring into it. It's like a thing that we're supposed to offer to the lake god. I don't know what it's gonna do, but Yes.
Okay. Do you pull out the jar, or like you referenced it lightly, Onyx? Do you actually like pull it out or nah?
No, I just like go like this. On my,
Okay.
my backpack.
Sweet. Then Barney looks over at you all and she says, "Well, honestly, that made more sense to me than I thought it would. So, here." And she reaches into these like deep pockets. Like you see her hand disappear into the pockets of her cloak, like it's a bag of holding. It's very like Mary Poppins. And she comes back with these like little tight bound, they look like green onions, and they're sort of like tied in a little knot. And she hands a bundle to each of you and says, I heard what the scary lady with the neck thing said.
Yeah.
If you have to go in the water, this will allow you to breathe for each one of those. And you see it's like 3 of these little like scallions on it. Each one of those will allow you an hour of breathing if you need to go in. I'm sorry I can't do more, and I'm sorry that I'm very confused by where you all stand morally. So I'm just gonna like keep wiping off these ducks or whatever, like I was doing before you got here. If that's super
Wiping
chill.
off these ducks.
Yeah, there's like sludge on the ducks. So I was just gonna, and like a little like goose goes by and she like picks it up, puts it under her arm like a bagpipe, and just starts like wiping its neck. You know, duck wiping, and then just like sets it free.
This suddenly makes way more sense too.
Yeah.
We've all learned something. And I know what you mean about that moral ambiguity. And he just kind of
It's a whole
motions
thing.
over to Mama.
Mama would like to see if the Nick is okay, because she just witnessed this teammate blast another teammate, and in
Did we all see that?
In her
Yeah, you
fresh
all fucking
adventure
saw it.
mind, that
Hold
is
on.
not supposed to
keep-
happen.
Keep wiping your ducks. We'll be right back. Also, thank you for these.
Yeah, you're welcome. She's just
yeah.
gonna turn and walk away the moment you break eye contact. She was like
Great.
held there by the force of your will.
Good.
And once free, she just takes another like waterfowl and just starts sprinting down the shoreline.
All right. Yeah, I think we're all gonna go confront Onyx.
Chat, I didn't see a result of the vote. I will call an audible, and yeah, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, Onyx, as she goes to kick you in the junk.
All right, tight. Okay, that's a 9.
Yeah, you're gonna get kicked in the junk.
Oh!
Please take 2 points of nard damage.
Darn damn it.
As she's just like, ow!
Oh!
Like
Oh!
falls off.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Why'd you, I forgot her accent. Why'd you hit me with the lightning? What the hell, dude? I was making some headway and now she's dead.
She was putting you into a trance, and I saved the group from becoming some sort of vessel for whoever was controlling her.
She didn't put me in a trance, and I was finally making headway with someone who didn't think I was like a little mayor. Super rude. Y'all are a bunch of cock blocking so's and so's. And then she just begins like cussing in Infernal and just kind of crosses her arms and walks away. And it's just like, ow. It's like I licked a battery. Feels real bad all over.
I don't know what she said, but it sounds great. But if she's in pain, I want to I can just, if you hold for one, just he's like very like awkwardly trying to talk to the Nick.
Yeah.
So like just because again it was like when you're hanging out with someone and like they start to sing for the first time, you're like, oh my gosh, you're like a really good singer. And now I can't like ask you to sing songs because that's weird. But I also am like, I'm just gonna turn the radio on and see if you, because I just want to happen organically, right? So he's just kind of going up to like the Nick, and he just doesn't know how to he's mesmerized by this Infernal.
Yeah.
Definitely reminds him of the songs that they sing in the Great One's temples, right? And so he's just like, I can
What's that?
if you just I'm sure you can handle it, but I can fix that. And he's like rubbing his hand because he's like awkward. I can fix the thing on.
No, go ahead. And she just kind of leans in, like she like gets low, like squats down and just leans towards you, like I don't really know how that's gonna work. And just closes her eyes, one eye's open, watching you.
Little goblin hand reaches out to you. It's unfortunately the same kind of gross.
Yeah.
But how many points did he do to you?
Shoot, a ton.
It was 16.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, 13.
13, yeah.
All right. Yeah, he'll give you 13 points back.
Oh, thank you. And her body like freezes. You see like muscles tensed as if like her like sort of like her bones are being contorted at these like impossible angles, and her eyes are like open, staring up at the sky. And she just opens her mouth, and this like, it's hard to describe. It is black light like pours out, and this like multi-tonal like screech that sounds like the pleased sigh of the Great One, like issues forth from her throat. And then she like drops to her knees and is breathing and like ragged and sweating and just looks like horrified, tears nearly in her eyes. But you know, she's back up to full.
Yeah.
And then just gives you a look like,
it was like someone just was like, oh, and he doesn't know how to respond, so he's gonna go, I think dog is calling, and he like walks away.
it's literally the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Mama would like to pull Onyx aside.
What is it, Mama?
Just disappointed. If you are going to be a parent, you need to control that temper. What if that was one of your kids? Because your kids are going to step out of line. There's going to be a day where they break something, or worse, they lie to you. And it's going to make you mad. It's going to hurt your parental heart. And you're going to say, what did I do wrong as a parent to make them want to lie to me? Why didn't we establish honesty in this household? And she gets really close to him, you cannot unleash your temper on your kids. I swear. If you think you're going to be a parent, it's all love. It's tough love, but it's never hate. It's never anger. And it's never lightning from your ding-dong mouth. So you need to work on that. Just as a mom. That's why I divorced my husband. That's why I divorced my husband. Do you want to lose your wife and your kids? That's why I divorced my husband. You want to lose your wife and your kids?
I don't understand how this has to do with me possibly hurting my children. This tiefling was putting you under a trance and was giving us misinformation.
You flew
and I was
off
merely
the
protecting
Sir, you flew off the handle. I'm just trying to give you some helpful advice. You seem to have you went into a rage. And you seem to have a lot of anger there. You seem to have a lot of frustration. I get it. You're trying to find your kids. Oh my gosh, I feel the tears coming to my eyes, because if I was in your situation, I would also be very, very upset. But you can't fly off the handle, because you know what? We're your test kids. The three of us, we're your test kids. You can't, if you think you're protecting, if you try to attack, the Nick was right there. She was in the vicinity. What if your kid was in the vicinity or something? Your kid's going to get into your sword cabinet? You're going to let that happen? Kid's going to get hurt. Can't
Mama,
do that.
you have to make a roll. I don't know what it is, but you have to make one.
Mom roll.
I'm pretty sure this is intimidation.
Is
This
it
crazy.
intimidation?
I think
Is
it's
it
intimidation.
persuasion?
Yeah, it's a mom talk. It's
Is it a
intimidation.
Constitution saving throw to keep from like crying a little bit? What is going on? It's
Do they have a
It's lot
skill
of
that
things.
says
She's
like
not mad.
repressed
She's just
feelings
disappointed.
from when I was raised? I feel like this is
Let's see.
oddly
my
hit a
God.
lot of nerves.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
geez.
good.
Well, thank you so much for the re-rolls. I got 4 new re-rolls, so let's
Oh,
blow
hell
through
yeah.
these bad boys. Yep, we're going to re-roll that. Come on, dice. Come on, dice.
Hey, hold on. Can you do me a favor? Can you lift up your D20? Just hold it up so I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Get your shit together.
Thank you. Did you
Welcome.
Did you hear
You're embarrassing me.
You're making me look bad in front of my friends.
No, these are my Malovia dice. They always do so well. Today,
That's true.
Today they don't want to do well. Oh, when I said that, and it did a little bit better. You know what? We'll take it because I have a very high intimidation. That's a 15. It's a 10 plus 5.
Hell yeah.
Shit. What do I do?
Do you want to roll against this or do you want to let it happen?
Nah, dude.
I'll
I'm
give you
rolling against
inspiration
it.
if you let it happen.
Inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let it happen. And I say, I'm sorry.
She gets really close and she says, "You're gonna look me. You're gonna look me in the eyes when you say that."
I'm sorry. I will try to control my rage. It's been a problem. You're right. It's something that the rest of the nobles know about me, and it's something I need to work on.
Hey, the first step of getting better is acknowledging the problem. You're already on the way.
Thank you.
And as you guys finish up this conversation, you both hear this like super dissonant like guitar lute being strummed. And as through the clearing, another centaur steps forward. He's tall.
centaurs.
He's like Appaloosa. Are those the ones that are spotted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks. Like tall, spotted, the body on top, pretty buff, curly brown hair, cleft in the chin. This is David Hasselhoof.
Ooh.
And on his back is a pretty tall for a goblin bard strumming a lute with all but 2 strings that are like snapped in every direction. And he's singing a song, and he's like, "I am the great one. I wander through the woods. I'd love to tell you about the lake and show you all my goods.
We're never gonna
listen-
see what's in this lake.
But y'all are running late and we have other shit to do. So don't mind us. We're just NPCs and simply passing through." And they just kind of start walking down the coast.
Just a line of them?
No, it's just these 2. The goblin's on the back. The goblin's on the back of David Hasselhoof. And they're both giving you eye contact, like, engage if you want to, but we have shit to do.
Bye.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I've really gone through a lot of emotions in the last minute.
Go in the lake.
I'm still very upset that he called himself the Great One. That's like a musician being like, "I'm God," and I'm like, what? Like, why?
No, he yells from like 10 feet farther down the beach. No, it's more like, you know, how like Florida is from Florida. It's a play on words. It's respectful pastiche and homage.
Wait, can you take requests?
Huh?
You take requests to help us, inspire us on our way.
Oh, yeah. Make a persuasion check.
Excellent. Oh.
Mm.
That is an 18.
Oh, hell yeah. He's like, honestly, hold up. And he like leans and kind of slaps David Hasselhoof on the
Plus
ass.
5. 18 plus 5. So that's like
Oh.
a 20. What was that, 22?
3.
23? Yeah, 23.
Yeah. Slaps David Hasselhoof on the ass, who like rears back, and like the great one like holds on to David's like curly hair and like rears back. It's kind of a sight. It looks really good. And they like trot back down the coast to you, and he goes, "Actually, yeah, I totally can."
Can you please inspire us by singing "Dragon Born This Way"? It's a tale that
Walking
inspires
to the lake.
everyone in our town.
Walking to the lake.
I'm walking towards the lake. I'm not trying.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten the thing yet.
I drowned myself.
He's like, that's my favorite Lady Gaga Goblin jam,
Oh my
absolutely.
God.
And strums his like 2-stringed lute and starts playing it. Each of you, please take a D10 of inspiration.
Wow.
And as he's
Thank you.
kind of jamming out and like, it's less like an Appaloosa and now it's more like a Lipizzanner. And David Hasselhoff is just sort of like prancing around and like trotting and like keeping a beat. And like, that's a lot of donk and he is throwing it the fuck back. It's honestly pretty great.
I see this and I just take a deep breath and reminds me of home. And I start walking into the water.
Mama eyes
Sweet.
that badonk a little too long.
Yeah. He like looks back and gives you a little wink. Hey.
Oh, I like adventuring. Like adventuring. She makes her way to the lake.
Amazing. By the way, did you share those little like water breathing leaks?
I have not.
Morglum? Okay, so they're just walking into the water. What a flex.
Oh no, I went
What a
right to the
flex.
edge.
We love to see it.
I go to the Nick.
Yeah. Hey.
So she gave me 4 bundles of 3.
Yeah. So each of you, like, if you eat all 3, you get 3 hours of water breathing.
All right. So let me do my math real quick. So yeah. So I give the Nick a bundle of 4,
No.
and I'm like, you're gonna need this. I guess if you eat it, and then you can breathe underwater.
Well, thank you so much. Can you make some sort of charisma check for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, this is a pretty cool thing. And she's just like, she was horrified and now she's grateful. And
It's understandable.
she's on a tipping point of a lot of emotions. Like, are we cool? Did you kill me a little bit? Where do we stand?
I did get a reroll, and I'm gonna use it right now.
Hell yeah. Don't forget, you also have inspiration. If you really want to, you
Oh,
can add a
yee.
D10 to any D20 roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna take what I got. He's actually somewhat charismatic, but it depends on who he's talking to, right?
Makes sense. It's paladin.
Yeah. I got an 18.
Oh, okay. And she kind of gives you a little look and gives you a little wink. And then just like... just like jams it all. And then just gently walks in the water. I don't know why they're laughing so hard. That wasn't even a joke. That's just how I eat. And I feel like very attacked by this response.
Oh my god.
All right, Warglum's gonna go up
Oh,
to
Jesus.
Mama.
Mhm.
He's like not looking her in the eye. She's an orc, so all this is a little strange. That
Oh.
like he's never had this experience with a half orc.
Oh man.
But he's not looking her in the eye, and he's just looking down, and it's almost like he's like quickly doing it through. It's like he's practiced this while all the other crap was going on. He was like practicing what he was gonna say, so he's kind of looking down. This is for you. Please eat this, and then you'll breathe underwater. Also, the Great One can save your soul, and he like hands her the 3.
Oh, I thank you. She just like, yum, yum. Oh. Just eats. I'm gonna say she eats 2 of them for right now, so that's 2 hours, and she'll pocket like 1 for later just in case.
Smart. Yeah. And also, it just tastes like eating like a raw green onion. It is a powerful
What's a bite?
bite. It's
Yeah.
a challenging bite.
And then he goes up to Onyx, looking at what he has left.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. What is it? Are we ready to do
He
this?
breaks one of them in half, and he gives Onyx half of one, and then he gives him 2 full more.
How many more?
So you have 2.5.
Oh, sweet. Thank you very much. We'll fulfill this duty. We'll get through this, and then we'll be on our way.
Morgum's already walked away.
I'm right behind you. Right behind you, Morgum.
Morgum will eat 1. So he's got the 1.5, right? So that's an hour. That's an hour swimming. I mean, how far away is this thing? It's a lake. We should be fine, right?
Yeah.
It's 100 yards.
Oh. I wish you had told me that before I ate a whole hour's worth of swim time. I could have just swam for like 30.
I'll just eat half. But you should be good.
I hate him so much.
I eat half the half that he gave me, and then I walk into the water.
All right.
I do take the half that I have, so I'm really sorry. I'm getting too minutia with this, but
No,
I
you're
break
good.
the half of the half, so I have like a quarter, and I feed it to the ram. I have not forgotten the ram,
Throw the ram.
and I'm like trying to figure out how to like it's like an onion, right? It's like a chive or whatever.
Yeah.
So does the ram eat it?
Make an animal handling check for me. As this ram is just like, what am I? You can see it's just like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm covered in horse blood. This has been a day. I was with a very nice tiefling earlier, and I'm just here now. There's nothing to chew on. What's that? Do I eat onions? I don't know if I'm allergic to that. What'd you
I got
get?
a 9.
Yeah. It like goes and sniffs it, and it's gonna take you like a minute to like convince this thing like just eat the eat the green part.
It's good for you. You're gonna
Yeah.
drown. You can't understand me, but you're gonna drown if you don't eat this. And I'm like shoving it in his face. Swallow it. Swallow it.
You have to like do the like weird neck thing like with a pet. It's just
All right, and I'm tying a rope and I'm dragging him in the water.
Oh, cool. Do sheep swim? This one
Fine.
does. It's fine.
Okay,
And
good.
as you walk in, you're able to see it like as you're dragging it in because it's lower to the ground than even you are. You see that the moment its head is just like resisting, like I'm gonna die immediately. This is not what sheep do. As the ram kind of goes under, a massive bubble of air appears around its entire head.
Oh.
Yeah,
good.
and then you just hear like muffled ram bleeding.
Don't care. Dog, protect the camp. I will return. We will ride glorious into battle once more.
And it just like he like circles 3 times and then just sits down.
Morgum is done. He's going in.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you all go into the water. It is, oops, sorry, I knocked the snot out of the mic. Hopefully everything's not ruined forever. As you kind of go into the water, the moment your face is like, the moment you're completely covered from like toe to tip in water, a massive bubble of air surrounds you. And the air, this is a very good like spell. However, the air does smell like onion breath. Like you're just locked in an onion bagel situation around your own head. So, you know, a little of both, kind of a mixed bag here. But it actually is allowing you to have a slightly clearer view of what's going on. So Onyx, you know specifically that like you've got a better view, you know which way to head, and all of you through this dark gloom can see these like massive, now that you can see them, they look like this like green gray, like algal stone braziers giving off a sickly, like pale gray and green light off in the distance, about 100 yards into the center of the lake. And I'm just gonna like, the Nick is the first one that kind of does the like pops her head out to like see what is a pretty small lake, and then dips her head back down and realizes that like distortion has happened here and the lake is much, much bigger once you're all the way underneath it. And she sort of just is like, y'all, this is anyway, space is fucked and time is an illusion, so there's something weird going on here. And then just begins swimming in that direction.
She's right. Be on alert.
So who wants to take point on this? It's definitely not going to be the Nick.
I'll do it.
Okay, so I'm going to have you roll a survival check. And you're going to kind of like navigate everyone through.
I've been through very, very treacherous scenarios before. This is nothing. This is nothing. Oh, that's a 11. So that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. As you swim, unfortunately, you're staying a little bit too close to like the kelp line, and it's taking you a bit longer as you guys all occasionally get like snarled up. And you know what? I'll just offer for free that you have a distinct sensation or like an understanding that like this isn't just natural like water fauna like tangling, like they are catching you as you're going.
I want to have my hand. I have two equipped on me of the mini hand axes, so
You're
I'm just gonna
with axes in
I'm
your hands?
swimming with axes. I'm just like
Totally.
You know.
Hell yeah.
Are
So,
you
yeah.
okay? Are you all okay?
Honestly, this kind of sucks, but I'm fine. Get off of what? Excuse me. And she like rips a piece of kelp up. They got a little fresh on her thigh.
It seems like the lake is alive. We must be on guard.
Yeah.
What?
I have the ram.
Yeah, how's the ram doing? I want you to roll what would that even be? Dexterity for the ram.
Oh no!
How'd you do, buddy?
Are there any rerolls? Are there any rerolls for Bert? Are there any rerolls for Bert?
Oh,
That ram's dead, dude.
Wait, do I have any rerolls? Quickly, do you want to save the ram?
Oh my
he did
gosh.
nothing.
I will offer you a trade. If you would like to keep this ram alive, you can offer me just Emily is familiar with this concept, a hard move.
Eee.
How badly do you want your ram?
A hard move.
Hard move, hard move,
Hard move.
What is a hard move?
I just get to be a jackass at some point in the next hour.
Oh,
GM.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah.
The
okay.
ram gets tangled up and you're able to like quickly extricate it as it's just like, I don't want this, and begins to like try to paddle up towards the surface, but you're able to grab it.
No.
You had it on the leash before, but now you have it on the big like kelp tether, and you're kind of just holding it like a ram balloon and swimming with it. He doesn't want this. He does not want this one bit.
I get it. I get it. I don't like it either, ram.
Yeah, so some amount of swimming later, and you're able to get to these, God, I'm so sorry, Mike. You're able to get to these like big stone gates. And once again, this is all like built stone that's covered over with like a deep green and black algae. And there's symbols, these massive runes carved into it, and glowing braziers that give off, like I said, that strange light. But you also have this sense of like bioluminescence coming from somewhere deeper past the gates. Like this area is well lit. What do you all do?
I would love to see if I know what these runes are.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Do you speak Sawagan?
No, just common and orc.
Would you like to make either an Arcana or a History check, just to see if you can figure out, and maybe you've come across something like that in your travels?
I'll do history, yeah.
Okay.
Did I
Go
have
for
a
it.
friend who spoke at one time?
Yeah, you had one friend that
Spent
was like, I
time
did
at
a
her
summer
house."
abroad in the ocean.
It was a very interesting afternoon tea.
Yeah. I just call it all, just like a Thawagan. There's a list, Thawagan. You have to say it that way. And it's just that friend at brunch.
That is a 13.
Yeah. Actually, your brunch with your friend Elaine.
Elaine, yeah.
Yeah, Elaine. Like you kind of remember because she kept saying like one phrase over and over again, and then she like wrote it. It was a whole thing. You remember it. So you're actually able to read these. And you see that written across these walls is gotta learn to scroll faster so I can do that well. Servants of the Grim Light is like repeated in this like beautiful pattern across like the top of the stone.
Servants. Oh, slipping into the Nixon accent again because it's too familiar. Servants of the Grim Light.
If anyone would like that has a background in like monsters and like spooky stuff, would like to make a history check to recognize the name Grimlight, please go for it. Morglum, I would like you to make this roll with advantage.
Yeah. All right. These are some of my best friends.
Yeah, this is vibes, man.
Okay. And you said, sorry, which skill?
History, probably, or religion, either one for you.
Oh, religion. Yeah, 17.
Nice. Does anyone else want to roll? You can just roll. Bad things don't happen if you fail.
Oh, I would like to, with my nobility and history, I might know a little bit about this.
Yeah, this is some nerd stuff that maybe you came across in your time.
Yeah. So what was it you want in history?
I want history unless you have a religious background.
I don't.
Yeah,
Here we
go
go.
history.
It's 5.
Yeah. Those are both words you've heard. Never together, and they mean nothing.
It sounds familiar. But I don't know what it means.
And the Nick is just like, I don't get it at all. And she's just sort of like lost staring at the ram, trying to figure out what any of that is about. But with your 17, this is absolutely like the Grimlight, you know, is not of the Great One, but of a kindred spirit to the Great One. As the Great One reigns above and spreads their damage and destruction and their cries for blood, where the air breathers live, the Grimlight, you know, is this eldritch creature that shapes like a giant jellyfish, and everything you've ever heard talks about the spread of their tentacles reaching far beyond and touching all of the waters of the world. Lots of prophecy about commanding and destroying anything in the deep.
So, Morgrim remembers that in the mayor's room, we looked at the item that we're supposed to bring, and he got a sense that it had to do with like necromancy, I believe, and so like that's like the Great One's jam, and so like he's all about it, right? The Great One is a necromancer. So is there like, so you're saying, right? So the Great One, and then like, you know, as above, like they are below, right? Is it bad blood between these two things, or is it?
Nah, it's super vibes. Like if the Great One deals in necromancy, you know that their dominions don't cross, not just because of their location, but because the Grimlight deals primarily with psychic damage.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, makes that leech make a little more sense.
Spaghettios.
Oop.
Yeah. Oopsies.
Yeah.
Oops.
And oop. And yeah, I would love it if all of you make a perception check with disadvantage. What's everyone's passive perception?
+3.
+5.
Passive perception is its own thing.
Oh, passive perception.
13.
Oh, so
Passive perception. There we go. 15.
13.
Okay. So I want you to roll a perception check with disadvantage, but none of you can take, like, none of your rolls will be lower than your passive perception, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But
so.
with disadvantage.
So high floor, low ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Then 13 for me.
Okay.
Shoot, an 11 for me.
it's still going to be up to a 15. You can't have a result that's lower than your passive.
Oh,
13.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's like
Sorry.
15 is like the low bar.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Okay,
you're
then,
probably not going to be able to roll super high because I'm making you roll.
or it's
the
a nat
worst of two
20.
rolls.
Or it's a nat
Yeah.
20. You did it. You told the curse to go away. They listened.
They need a little tough love. I learned that from you. I learned that from Mama. Yeah, so you're able to see a little bit of the silt on the bottom on the like lake floor get disturbed, and your eyes kind of flash over to where it was, and you don't see anything there, but like you can feel the current of water where something was, like a breeze. Everything is lower, and your senses, especially ones of touch, that sensation are heightened right now, and you know that there's something off on the side watching you from the reeds. What do you do, Mama?
She like turns kind of like slowly, almost like turns, tries to like look at the Nick, and is like, without any verbal, like out loud noise, it's just like,
And she just turns an eldritch blast the area of kelp where you were pointing.
perfect.
Yeah, I guess I'll just roll for that. Hell yeah. With a 16, she connects, and you see like her air bubble suddenly swirls and goes black as it's filled with all of the spell casting energy.
Oh.
And then black light shoots out from her hand and like kicks up all the dust, and as it settles, a dazed Sawagan. So this like fish creature, like green, it kind of looks like a frog and a fish, made a weird, yucky looking humanoid with like this dark green skin and massive open eyes with like nictating membranes that sort of like flash across. It's stunned temporarily. And you see, most importantly, that like any of you that have seen Sawagan before, they usually wear scraps of armor but not clothes, but this one is wearing pants. Pants with white stripes and little black stripes on there, as if replicating piano keys. The Sawagan is wearing piano pants and is temporarily stunned, and then comes back to itself and goes, Hey guys, what are you doing? Why would you shoot me with an Eldritch Blast? I don't think I really deserve that, if I'm being super honest. And he like swims back down and picks up his spear, looks at it, turns it around, then throws it and swims back down and picks up a guitar.
What's going on down here? What
do you mean?
This
is like,
Wait, so
This
am I
is our
hearing
home.
common?
yeah, you actually hear this
Oh,
Sawagan
okay.
speaking in common.
Got it. Hey, guy.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm looking at someone else to please talk to him, because Morblim does not know what to do with a man with piano pants.
I mean, you look a lot, out of everyone here, you look the most like me, so I'm very into like our interaction right now. This feels very good, so please don't disengage from it, my dude.
Oh shit. He's looking at everyone else. Nope. All right.
you got
Here we
this.
go. Hey, so
You got
guy,
this.
just you see any strange things that, I don't know, are like corrupting your home into a land of toxic waste, or maybe some sort of place where there was like a weird thing that used to belong there, but then it was removed probably aeons ago and needs to be put back in its pedestal and everything will go back to normal, or any sort of God we can pray to? Man, I'm really feeling like some prayer, you know what I mean?
I definitely do not. I super stopped paying attention like halfway through that. But I remember the first part about corrupting, and yeah, it is super cloudy down here. It's been bad for a minute, but you know, can't say things about the big guy. Leech, it's crazy.
I'm looking at everyone else.
Oh, hey, Mama.
We
How
have-
you doing? He didn't mean that as a recognition. Like, he's just,
Oh.
it's a gross flirt.
Do
Oh,
I know
inappropriate.
you?
I mean, no, would you like to? You're looking very good in that armor, is all I'm trying to say.
Oh, I don't like this. This is not nice. I'm just,
I'm sorry, am I coming on too strong? Totally fine. I'll back off. I'll give you time. You have to warm up to someone like me. I'm just saying.
Actually,
cool.
can
Then he
you do
swims
a
back.
little? You know what? Actually, she's gonna try and do some deception real quick.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I may be putting up what you're putting down. Could you do a little 360 for me, just so I can get a look-see at the entire package?
Oh, honestly, now I'm a little off because that was really forward, and he just starts like swimming in a circle. Yeah.
So is he turning in a circle?
Yeah, he's turning in a full circle, just
I'd
full
like to.
trust.
Do I see a leech on this
Oh.
slogan?
Smart. You actually do. You don't see anything on him. Like, you remember very specifically that tiefling, like, it glowed, and down here where there's so little light, you would notice it immediately. There's nothing on there. There might be something under the pants, but probably not. They're an unfortunately thin material, and you feel like they wouldn't be light tight. So you have a good feeling there's no leech situation happening here.
Okay, you can stop. You can stop.
Honestly, I was just kind of into it after a while. It gets kind of dizzy. That's fine. Hey.
Can you point us into the direction of this giant leech?
Wow.
Hate to be blunt, but I have to save my babies.
This has opened up a lot of other conversations. What do we have time to parse any of that out? One, giant leech. Are you talking about the Grimlight?
Yes.
The Grimlight is in fact a giant, like,
It's
I
a
guess the word I would use
jellyfish.
is yeah, it's a jellyfish. That's what I would say. It's more of a jellyfish than the leech, and I get that. And I don't think you want to meet it, if I'm being super honest. Like, you are small and there's so few of you, but like,
We are
Respect.
emissaries from the Great One, and we're here to bring an offering to him, it, they, the creature of the deep.
I pull out the jar.
oh, two very important things just happened.
Oh, boy.
I would like, now that the jar is out, can you make a persuasion or deception check for me with advantage?
Me?
No, I'm gonna have Morglum
Morglum.
roll.
Cool.
All right. Sorry. Say that one more time.
Dissuade, like, I need a charisma check, either
Got it,
deception
got it.
or persuasion, because I think you think you're actually well, you are an
I'm
emissary.
kind of
Yeah.
going. This is my thing. This is
Yeah,
why
for sure.
I brought the ram. All right. So here we go. All right. You said with advantage or no?
With advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the re-rolls for the ram. I appreciate that.
That's good. Keep it alive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this. I got a 13, but I really want to go.
Do it.
Here we go. I know how to do math. 22.
Oh my god.
Oof.
And
no, 23.
Oof.
Not that fucking matters.
well, that was gonna change it entirely.
Oh,
so
thank
now
goodness.
it passes.
Phew. All right.
And Mr. Piano Pants like drifts down to the bottom, and he like goes prone. It looks like child's pose, like the yoga pose, and you hear him muttering. What languages do you all speak? Does anyone speak deep speech
I don't speak deep speech.
or celestial?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Common and goblin.
Common, draconic, and dwarvish.
Okay.
Orc and a little bit of slogan.
Hold on. Hold on, Mama. If memory serves, your ex-husband was kind of a big deal. You should be able to
Oh,
understand
yeah.
celestial.
Oh, that's right. So my ex-husband Bane, just bless his heart, took on
Bane.
Bane was my ex. Took on mortal form It was great for a while, but you know what? Just couldn't separate work from family. So, yes, I do know Celestial.
So yeah,
From my ex.
you
From my
hear
ex.
this you hear mongrel Celestial coming out as he's speaking into the silty ground, and the ground sort of kicking up with the water coming out of his mouth, but the tendrils coming out look like little tentacles reaching up and wrapping themselves around his head a little bit before dispersing out around him as he begins invoking. You hear this invocation of may the Great One keep his eyes from me. May the light of the grim light never touch me. May Bane and all of his followers, may their shadows never cross me. This sort of please let me remain below their notice. It's this chant over and over, like a mass being repeated, and you understand it, Maza.
So he's chanting over here. He's asking for all the gods just to turn a blind eye to him. Spooky. He's talking to my ex. He's talking to my ex. He's invoking the name of my ex.
What do you all want to do? Piano Pants is stuck down here. And he's not barring your passage anywhere else, but you have, the world is your oyster. There's also oysters down here, so what do you want?
Yeah.
Do we want to proceed? It seems that his fate has been sealed. This is his grim, dark now. And forever.
I want to give you the opposite of inspiration for that. I really do.
Your choice. Tell me when to roll it.
No, you're good.
All right, tight.
Chat's also very close to rolling or doing a cool thing, so we'll let them do that for the group, not me.
The Nick, what do you think we should do?
Honestly, that guy, he seems good right now. We've got to figure out. I think you think your eggs are down here, but we either need to hand that jar off to some big ass jellyfish or go explore inside the city. I don't think he's gonna give us too much more.
Yeah. Let's go in the city. I like the sound of that.
You said he was saying your ex's name.
Oh, just yeah, my ex Bane took on mortal form. We met one time at a bar. It was really nice, and then just had 3 kids. It was great for a while, but you know what? He wanted to be a god, just couldn't stop being a god, couldn't stop operating for the Black Hands, leading his Black Hand followers. And I told him, I said, look at your followers, it's me. Followers of me and the kids. And he chose poorly. So, yes, I don't listen. I would really rather not interact with him. We have not seen each other in a while. He does not, I don't know what he does with the kids now. He can probably communicate with them, but I have not. I try to just keep out of his way.
You know what? Let go and let gods, I guess. I feel the same way. I had an ex, he worked in finance. And she just keeps swimming that's the best she can do to try to vibe with you on this.
I get it. And Mama's totally yeah. It's just relating.
She's trying. I got it. And heading up and over the gate into the city.
I'm swimming over and I just say, good luck, Piano Pants. Good luck.
And he looks up at you, and his eyes it's weird that you can see tears, but there's just these viscous drops of tears, and he is continuing to mutter. And then you see him look left and look right, and he's filled with this light, and suddenly you hear this pop sound even through the bubbles of your own hearing as he transcends the mortal coil, and becomes an interdimensional being bamfing out of this story and into Troll Hunters.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Where he belongs. Chat.
And I swim away. I
It
swim to
makes
the
so
city.
much more sense now.
And the jar, because I pulled out the jar.
Yeah.
Is it doing any? Is it reacting or doing anything? I just want to see if it's like, is it glowing? Is it pulsing? Is there anything happening with this jar?
Can you make an Arcana check for me?
Yes, I can. I call upon the power of my -1 Arcana.
It's okay. The DC is pretty low because you've been around it for a while.
I actually got a 17 minus 1, so 16.
Oh,
Hell
no.
yeah. You feel you're holding on to it, and you feel it seems to like thrum. And as you watch like the gentle drift of all of the like the currents down here at the bottom, you feel and you realize that thrum inside the jar seems to be keeping like pace and keeping time with like the gentle waft of the seaweed down here. It is uniquely attuned to what's happening, but you will have to get closer to opening the jar itself if you want to know what's going on here. But yes, it does feel like it is closer to where, not where it belongs, but where it was intended to be.
Okay. I check in and I see that. Is Morgul next to me?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
something?
I'm right next to the jar. Like, I'm holding still a floating goddamn fucking ram, but I'm very, as soon as you pull the jar out, that's like all I'm really transfixed on.
Put it back in my backpack and I say, we're getting close, Morgulum. Soon our debts will be paid and we can move on.
Yeah, you want to trade?
No.
And you can hold on the ram, I'll hold on to the jar.
I believe the jar is safe with me, Morgul.
Yeah, and the ram is safe with me. I was just testing you, and you passed, so I guess I win.
What exactly do you plan on doing once this is all over?
All over?
Once your debt has been paid
Well,
to the broker?
I already have received the goods from the broker. I don't really care what happens to me now.
So live your life.
Well, in life we fight. I guess I'm in death. Death would be what would come after this, but then I would still serve.
Very good.
You're gonna raise more ewes.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh,
It's a long line and important duty of a noble to make sure that the lineage continues. I must raise these children, teach them the ways of the land, teach them the ways of our culture, teach them the ways of our ancestors, and teach them how
Nick just
to...
does a dead man float as this happens. Just
and be a good papa.
Papa.
That's what I want.
well, to get that, we must finish this. So perhaps we'll find what we need to find. You sure you don't want to trade?
I am sure.
speaking of trade, chat, it's your turn to act again. What does the ram do? Does it slowly drift down to the bottom and attempt to eat the sea kelp because it's hungry?
Ooh.
Does it try to swim upward and escape to freedom at the top of the lake? Does it rebel against its masters and try to fight its way to freedom? Or does it do something funky? And that's all it is. So you have 4
Funky ram.
choices. Let me know what we get. Anyway, continue. Just ram thoughts.
Hungry, escapey, fighty, or funky?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I guess we're going to the city, so we should probably swim faster.
Yes.
It's like the most awkward conversation. Like Mogulum doesn't do chit chat, and it's weird.
Morgan, have you ever felt love?
Yes, only for the Great One and my tribe.
Your tribe.
But I had to leave that behind to serve.
What tribe were you a part of?
Of the Ash Mountains.
I am familiar with the Ash Mountains. I've heard of them. Heard of the location.
You have visited the lands of the Great One?
I have not. I've only heard tale of it.
Oh, what have you heard of my home?
I just know that not many can attain it. Not many can make it there safely. It's perilous.
Yes.
Not many return to tell the tale, so we are told to not attempt to go into the Ash Mountains.
That's true. We'll probably kill you if you step in the land that is the Great One without asking. That's sound advice, whoever has taught you these rules.
Well, we come from a long line of nobles who have taught generation after generation after generation of Dragonborn.
Oh, crap. I think the ram's doing something. And he looks up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And the ram, who is just sort of drifting and allowing you to be like pulled along, you see that it's got something in its mouth, and it sort of lets it drop, and it sort of drifts out and goes to the bottom, and it's the kelp that's got like little bursts of water inside it. And as one of them like leaks out, I don't know if that makes sense to any of you.
I totally know. It's like the little bubble. It's the little bubble.
Yeah, it's a little bubble one. Thank you,
It
Bert.
looks like like a Christmas ornament underground.
Yeah, it's like a little sea grape. And as it pops it, you see this bioluminescence drift out. And the ram actually begins to grow this like lobster tail, and its front paws sort of, I don't know how to or hooves, I don't know how to explain what a webbed hoof looks like, but it's that. Use your own imagination. And it bleats and pops the bubble around its own head, and it freezes, and then after a couple seconds it reflexively begins to breathe in, thinking it's about to drown itself, and then its breathing calms down and it's normal again. And now you have this like kind of crazy hybrid ram lobster boy, and he like leans down and severs the like the kelp leash that you have, but then like swims down beside you and just headbutts you, not angrily, but just like, I didn't want this, but now this is what you get.
By the power of the Great One, you have been transformed. May you find purpose in your new life. Or you can come with us, I guess, if you want.
And with a flick of its like lobster tail, there's two stripes on the back that like when it snaps its tail out, a little bit like a mantis shrimp, like a flash of rainbow color goes out, and it like swims around you in a circle, and it's gonna stay with you.
Oh, all
doesn't
right.
know what to do.
Yeah, I don't
This is
look,
new for
man.
him,
I'm
too.
making this up too. So I'm a goblin
Yeah.
underwater. I'm talking to a dragon who is so enthralling. Am I right? Am I right?
He's gonna like
trying to-
headbutt you a little bit, and
Yeah.
don't be ugh. And it's about this time that you like finish cresting up over this massive wall, and you see a city full of like thousands upon thousands of Sawagan, and maybe every third or fourth one, as their eyes sort of drift by you, looking at whatever they care about, you get this reflection of light that there's not direct enough light to explain this like cat-like reflection, but you see this like green reflection in their eyes. And for those of you who are looking, out of all of those ones with the reflections, maybe every fourth or fifth has a visible bioluminescent leech attached somewhere on its body as they like swim around doing
How much-
Sawagan shit.
How much time's passed?
It's probably been like 10 or 15 minutes. It's not
okay.
long.
I'm good. Sweet.
Yeah, your soup's good, my dude.
Thank you.
Well, now that I don't have a leash anymore that I have to hold on to, and this thing seems semi. There's a sense of agency now that the lobster ram has.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swim a little bit. The ramster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swim up a little bit closer to Mama, but like not like talk to her, just to like swim closer to her. Did I hear that she said that she dated
Bane,
the
Hundo P.
the god
that's right.
of the Black Hand?
Yes.
Can I do
Bane,
a
god of
religious check to see
tyranny
what that
of
is?
the Black Knights.
You don't have to roll for it because you recognize it right away. Can you just drop for me a couple more facts about Bane, please? And thank you, Emily.
Yes. Bane. He is special in order and war. His symbol is like a black right hand with a thumb and fingers together, and he's the lord of being generically evil. And just generic evil, not any specialized evil, just overall evils. Think Black Knights and big evil churches. So just like this kind of just straight up tyrannical bad, just like a big bad, literally the big bad.
Nice. And where the Great One's domain is necromancy and the Grim Lights is psychic damage, Bane's is force. Just energy, pressure exerted on the world. Just so you know.
Don't like that.
That's fine.
Can I swim a little bit closer to her?
That's on you. That's a consent
right.
thing, Emily.
See, it's totally, we're all friends. We're all friends.
Hey, you.
Morgrim, you're looking at me in the eyes for the first time.
I immediately divert my eyes.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
So, underwater, it's hard to hear sometimes. It's new. Did you say that you were the mortal bride of Bane, the god of force, leader of the Black Hand?
Yes, it was you know what? All relationships have their ups and downs. Bane can be a really nice guy sometimes. But yeah, I mean, this has been divorced for how long has it been? It's been a while. He did not, it was when the kids were young, so it's been a while. But yeah, that's my ex-husband. I still hope he sends them Christmas presents. What do you know Bane? Do you work? Is that who you serve?
So wait, is it like a pocket? Is it like a pocket right around our heads that lets us breathe? Is that correct? Yeah. So again, those same fear tears are like coming back to Morglum as he's like hearing this, and he's just like, in his mind, all he's thinking about is oh fuck, it's the mother of all evils. Like that's all he's thinking about. He's heard of this, like Bane, who's not like the greatest good god, but like. Okay, he's just kind of generic. He's not really that tight. He's not the great one, am I right? Yeah, but like we heard tales of like this great enchantress evil that like corrupted him and like took he like took mortal form, and she was like the mother of three great like children that were gonna bring about like apocalyptic evils. And like he's putting two and two together right now, and it's just like, what the fuck have I gotten in? What is this? And so all he gets up. That's all you hear from him as he's like, he can't say shit.
Is everything? Do you need some help in your bubbles? Everything okay?
I hear this and I turn around. It's like, the green onion. Eat the green onion.
Just
eat the green onion.
Eat your onions.
There's still there's a layer of tears that have formed like a like in
just at the
when you have like
You have like when you have like your swim goggles on, and there's like that little bit of shitty water like right here.
Yeah.
And it's like his tears. That's what it is. But he
Amazing.
he's just swimming now.
You don't have to worry. Bane is not gonna. No, I'm not gonna make him. No, if he shows up, I'm going to ask him to please leave. No, not today. Not on my first adventure as a woman. Don't need me crashing on my parade. No Bane on my parade. Am I right?
The Nick is gonna offer you a high five.
Yes,
Just
a high five.
no-look
Yep.
high five.
Yep.
Perfect. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws with disadvantage.
Oh no, we've been talking.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all were talking for a hot second,
Yeah.
and you all feel that a little like a burst of current near you, and it makes you all flinch a little
Wow.
bit. But what do you
I
get?
got real good. I had a 17 and a 19 plus
Ooh.
1, so an 18 and an unnatural 20.
Oh, beautiful. What'd you get, Morgan?
Oh. 4.
And Mama?
Got a 19 and a 3, so a 3.
Okay. Like Onyx, you're able to like flinch and duck out of the way in time. The other two of you, you're going to take a single point of piercing damage as like what you can only imagine as you like pull it out of like I think it hits Morglum in like the side, and it hits Mama like in the hand. It's just like a little like a sea anemone, no, like a sea urchin barb. You like pull it out, and now I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
As a little bit
Oh.
of bioluminescence drifts off the end of the barb.
I forgot I do have one weird rule. Good thing I saved it.
How'd you do, Morglum?
19.
Oh.
All right, okay. Wisdom you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Okay, so that is a 18. 16 plus 8. I mean, 16 plus 2. Too excited to do math.
Beautiful. So with an 18 and a 19, both of you feel these like washes of dark and like energy as it almost feels, it doesn't feel like a headache, but in the spot where like a tension headache would build on you, you feel an itch, a desire for connection, almost electric. And by sheer force of will, Mama, you have dealt with so much shit in your life that you just cut that out right immediately, like just immediately.
No gaslighting for Mama.
Yeah, you're like, not again. The
Not
last time
again.
was the last time. And Morglum, yours feels a little more like the gentle caress of the Great One as he slides past your mind and snaps the connection, and you hear a, not mine, grim night. And both of you, all three of you, have resisted what I thought was going to be a cool thing. But that's okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
I
did
still
it.
have-
We won D&D.
We beat the game.
You beat it. And as you all turn,
turn,
as you all turn in triumph, as you turn, like as you have passed this, you all see that the Nick is frozen in the water. 2 barbs sticking out, one out of her cheek, one out of her like chin, and she blinks, and the center of her like her pupil dilates, and it's filled with this green bioluminescent like reflective light. And she turns back to you and opens her mouth, and you hear that same voice that you heard from Lucinda the Tiefling. And she says, "Oh, this will do. This will do just fine." And then I need you all to roll initiative.
That is not good.
No,
That is
Hell
not
yeah.
good.
Our Eldritch Blasty friend.
Yeah, I'm a warlock. You know exactly what the Nick is gonna
That
do.
is not good. I got a 6.
Oh.
I'm out of rerolls too.
I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
reroll for this. Gosh darn it.
I just want to say, it's the leech. It's not the Nick. Don't make the same mistake I
Says
made.
the one guy that's actually beat her up.
Yeah.
Ah.
He's learning. I got a
All right.
9.
An 18.
Oh, okay. What's your dex modifier?
1.
Okay. The Nick also got an 18, but has a dex of 2, so she'll go just before you.
I know.
What'd you get, Mama?
9. 9.
What about you, Onyx?
Hold on, one more.
Huh?
6.
For your initiative?
Yeah, it's real bad.
Oh, whoopsie. That's fine. I'm sure nothing bad will happen in the intervening time. Yeah, we get to attack with the full force. She's gonna roll a d4. All right, Onyx, I'm very, very sorry.
Good thing we have Ram Lobster.
Oh yeah! Please roll initiative for Ramster.
No,
Damn
Ramster survived.
Me? I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. He's preoccupied. 2.
Oh, you got to. I mean, that's not nothing, and he can go and he can help. If you would like to call out actions, I will allow you to. If you want to do stuff on Ramster's behalf, you can just kind of let me know what you generally want him to do. A lot of that will be like the easiest thing is just say like takes the help action, and then we'll give you advantage on your attacks. But the Nick is going to like square off against Onyx, and you hear her say out loud in 2 voices, both hers and that weird, strange other voice. It's deeper and bassier and seems to like roll across the water, and says, "Oh, there's a lot of pent up anger here for you. She almost doesn't want to resist me doing this." And she's going to cast Mind Spike on you. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Ooh.
You let our witch go, you witch.
You have to beat a 15.
Good thing you don't have any rerolls.
That's a 1.
Oh my
A natural
God.
1?
Yeah, this might be the end of my story.
Oh my God. Please
From that
take,
one.
please take 14 points of damage of psychic.
You.
Yeah, and you like a tether, a mental like connection, like 2 cups with string connected is opened between you and her, and you realize it's like it's a conference call, and you can see with your mind's eye this massive floating like man of war jellyfish with like this big ugly luminescent cyst at the bottom and long tentacles reaching out towards you, and caught inside them screaming is the Nick, who's just like, "I don't want this, but also I am still a little mad at you, but I do apologize. This is gonna suck for a little while. My bad."
No, you're stronger than this. You're stronger than this connection. You can break out of this.
I mean, I guess I'll try. Sure. Ow! And as that sort of like shuts down, you see her move and just get like zapped a little bit. She's like, "I think I'm gonna have to pee on this," and then the connection's severed. Yeah. So
Damn, dude.
I need you, Morglum, to tell me how this attack was even more brutal than what I described.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. The attack on Onyx.
Yeah.
Okay. When this like, you know, it's a thing of telephone, right? However, it's one of those moments where like it starts to like give you this feedback that just starts amplified by the fact that you're like underwater. So like you think it would be like muffled, but like that muffling is like, it's just like almost like that the snapping of like of like claws that are just like in your ears, and they start to invade your mind. And as you just feel this like energy around you, it's like it's this weird feeling that you are drowning now, even though you have like this bubble around you. As you just feel like all of these like sensations of like drowning, like pressure, just uncontrollable like pressure as you're like being like pulled into the depths, even though you're just like staying put. And then like on top of that, it's just this feeling, even though you look down, you don't see anything. It's just like invisible tentacles are like wrapping around your body and like starting to like pull all of your like limbs in like different directions. All this is happening while you look around you and you cannot see anything, but it feels incredibly real as just all of this is happening inside your mind.
That was worse than what I was gonna say, so I'm glad I gave it to you.
Spoopy hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spoopy
And then
person.
with her bonus action, she's gonna turn and Hexblade curse you, Mama.
No.
And you
Oh
just
my
feel
God.
this little like, it feels like water just sort of pushing against you, but it sticks. There's something on it, a heaviness on your chest. Okay, that's her turn. Next up is Morglum.
All right. I heard the Great One speak inside my mind, so it has instilled in me a sense of divine righteousness, even though that there is a mutual respect that it's like, hey, like I know that I came into your home and I am, doing things, and you are like the Great One is on the land and you get the sea and all that, but like I came trying to be nice and you like try to take over me, and like that's the most fucked up thing, because like through death we serve. So like if I like get killed under here and like this thing like takes me, that's like I can't reach the equivalent of my like Valhalla, right? So I'm like pissed.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to hurt the Nick. So what I'm gonna do is two things. One, I have an aura of protection, so everyone friendly around me, lobster, goat hybrids included, get a +2 bonus to all saving throws.
Whoa.
So this will probably come in handy, especially
Damn.
against this psychic thing that's trying to murder us.
Okay.
However,
okay.
I'm going to try and just channel divinity. So I'm trying to look to make sure that I actually understand what this is. But you choose one creature
forgot
within
that you had
60
that.
feet of you that you can make that makes a wisdom saving throw. It's not a fiend or an undead, I'm assuming. So
Nope.
on failure, the creature is frightened and its speed is reduced to 0. It cannot benefit from bonuses to speed for 1 minute or until it takes damage. So I'm just trying to lock the Nick in place
Dang.
until maybe somebody who's smarter than me can figure out how to do this.
Yeah. Do I have any rerolls?
I don't think so.
I rolled a natural 1.
Yes! I'll save you, the Nick. Don't worry. We're gonna get you out of there.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm channeling divinity, so I'm like,
What does it look like? Describe for me what it looks like.
Morglum gets to a moment of it's not like a zen, but it's just kind of it's just embracing this. So the hands are outstretched, and there's just this swirl around the Morglum as any sort of bones or fish skeletons or any sort of creatures that have died, that are just falling around the bottom of the ocean floor, just to kind of come around him and swarm. It's you see just dead things are just around him, and as he's just there, he just keeps that even those under the sea bleed, even those under the sea bleed, even those under the sea bleed. And it's just he's just trying to channel. He knows that he is in someone else's home turf, and he's trying to channel the Great One here as hey, this is what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Great One? I'm yours to command.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right, Matt, you're up. You can either describe how this goes better than expected for Morglum or worse than expected for the Grimlight.
Oh, I think for real, this is a
Yeah.
lot of power.
You
Wow.
can do whatever you want in this moment.
I kind of see Morglum, and Morglum. I see him swirling around and getting all this energy, and you see the seaweed and everything start being wrapped around, in dark tendrils start coming out everywhere. but it's like fighting against the seaweed, so they're kind of clashing against each other. And I see Morgum's eyes like go back into his head, and he's like, oh, and then the ram the ram becomes like grows bigger and starts like vomiting like blood, but it's like cool, not like, oh, this sucks
in a good way.
Yeah. It's just like, it just lets out a roar like and it's like lava blood, you know what I mean? So it's like super hot. So like the moment it comes out of the bubble into the water, it's just like and like starts like, you know, making contact with the water. We all feel the heat of the water like get real hot. We're like, oh shit.
Amazing. And as this like boiling blood shoots out of like, it's like a fountain. It is a font, and it pours out and fills up this space. It's real. It's super dark and nasty, and surrounds you all. And all of you hear what Morglum hears all the time. And you feel this cold, horrifying embrace by something dark and loving together that says, you are all consecrated as mine. And when I am called, I come. And suddenly the water clears around you, and standing before you, floating before you, tendrils out, just inky darkness, but you have a sense of form, though it is void. It is void made real in this moment, is the Great One. And in response, you hear, as you were all staring at this, and you hear a pop as the Nick's jaw snaps and unhinges, and a single thin, beautiful tendril comes out of her mouth, and then another. And then they begin to push and open, and you don't understand the physics of this, but from within, this massive, glowing creature pushes itself through her, the vortex for its own summoning. And after 10 or 15 minutes, so those of you who only took a half an hour hit, you're gonna have to re-up your bubble, pours out the Grim Light, Sower, and two eldritch dark gods face off against each other with you in the middle. And Nick, poor the Nick, still caught in the tendrils, stuck in reverie. And she looks sort of over at you and tries to reach towards the group, but is like shocked by like the cascading fall of tentacles. And there you stand, floating, ready to face off. You still have your jar, and you have a dark god's blessing. And we'll find out what happens to you all next week.
What the fuck did we do?
You know. So as we like wind this down, chat, you are up once again. It is time to vote. Who will be the GM next week? Bert or Matt? So please get your votes in now as we...
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Cool.
Either way, next week's gonna be real fun.
Yeah, just some like gentle splish splashes in the water.
Ay.
Hooray!
What the fuck, dude?
That was so
good.
sick.
Oh, it's so epic.
Y'all are cool.
Ah.
Oh, we're all cool.
And we got a freaking lobster ram.
Yeah, you
Coolest
go.
thing.
I was like trying to think, like, aren't Capricorns like? Isn't the like shape of it like a goat with some fish situation in the back?
It is.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I lost the thread of what I was describing and decided it was like a lobster butt, and I was like, that's close enough. This is fine.
Whoa.
Nice. We got our votes in.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So as I hand off the reins for this episode, next week we will see Matt.
Yes.
Come to power in his moment of triumph.
Y'all, I'm so freaking pumped. I'm so pumped. What a perfect setup for
You're
like
handling
an episode
two
that I would
gods.
like do. This is great. This is fucking great. Oh my god. Oh,
yeah.
and that means Bert's doing the finale.
I'm gonna
Hell
close this
yeah.
out somehow.
This is the second episode.
Yeah, this is only the second episode. This is crazy,
fuck?
right?
What can
Yeah.
happen next? That's what's so cool. Because I had,
Yeah.
boy howdy, everything that happened today was nothing like I had. Like, it's so cool. Like, I just love, like, I just put the tee on the ground and I put the little golf ball on the ground and I said, go. I don't know where it goes.
We're all supposed to do our different styles, right?
Yeah.
I'm a spooky water god lady, so it's just like, oh, just more of that.
Hell
More in
yeah.
the water.
Hell
So,
yeah, dude.
Thanks for letting me run for you. This was so fun. I was so
Yeah, this was great.
nervous.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
great.
You killed
Y'all
it.
are great. Chat,
Hell
you're
yeah.
great. You were awesome at being the Nick, and thank you. I'm sorry I was meaner to her than everyone else, but I'm gonna officially hand this off to Matt now. This is I'm done. I'm done.
This is like a double with whole girl onion.
Oh my
Extra
gosh.
spread, sliced chilies, add ketchup, mustard, and like with a fry well done and a Coca-Cola. I am just so fucking.
Well, I'm going to In-N-Out right now.
I know,
so
that sounds-
Feel free to shut this
Very-
down however you
very
want.
Really
I'm
good.
And
Oh.
and Matt, they're gonna be able to see you GM sooner than next week. Is that right?
Dude, I got so much work to do. Oh my god. Guys, tomorrow night, come back. I'm really excited. Tomorrow night we have the premiere. We have a 3-episode miniseries called Balboa Cantrip Academy. It is our Kids on Brooms RPG with me, Janelle Santa Cruz, Omar Najam, Cynthia, what's her last name? Alvarez? I want to say, no, not Alvarez.
Marie?
Cynthia Marie. Thank you. I was
Yeah.
thinking of Augie Cynthia for a second.
No, you're
Cynthia,
good.
Yeah.
Cynthia Marie and who did I say? Who am I missing? I was not prepared to
You
give
said
a speech right
Omar,
now.
Janelle,
You're
and
good.
Cynthia.
Oh, and Brendan My Love. There we go. And Brendan My Love.
Wee.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
a
gonna
good
be.
group.
It's gonna be taking place in San Diego, Wizards in modern day San Diego. So
I love
And-
that.
And
that
when
so
do they tune in to
much.
watch it?
Yeah.
tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/hyperrpg right here.
Wee.
It's gonna be real fun, and there will be California burritos
Nice.
Yes. Ooh.
Nice.
in game. Sorry, Adam.
And it's crazy too, because Emily, they don't have to wait a whole week to see you or me either. Is that
What?
right?
Wow, it's like double the burden, Emily, double the scoops, double the fun. That's right. On Wednesday night, Naeem will be GMing his Warhammer War and Glory campaign, and there's going to be a bunch of us. I'm blanking off of everyone. Do you know, Bert?
Don't pull a Matt. Don't pull a Matt. We just say
I
tune
should have
in.
just said.
Just tune in.
Tune in.
Yeah, just
It's
tune
got
in,
it's
dude.
got
Tune
a bunch
in.
of great
You can't be
Warhammer.
wrong if you give no details.
Yeah,
Knox,
True. It's got- I
Fob,
can say-
Emily, me, John, and then Naeem is GMing it.
GMing it,
I'm very
yeah.
excited.
It's
Now,
gonna
what
be.
time is that at?
That's at 7
That's at
o'clock
7
as well.
o'clock.
Wow.
Whoa.
Now, is
man.
there anything going on before that, before you guys start?
Yeah, whoa, this is a Twitch channel. If you can believe it. There's so much going on. The Hyper RPG kicks it off every day at 4 p.m. Pacific time, right here at this desk with Hypercast, with that beautiful man over on the tech table right there.
Support our boys.
Yeah.
You're great.
And Malika.
Thank you so much, Adam, for all your great tech stuff during this fun show too. So yeah, they'll be talking about news. They'll be playing games. They'll be doing a bunch of stuff. Adam, Lucas, and Malika, you don't want to miss out. And then it's just at the end of the night, take a little RPG whipped cream on your fun Hyper RPG Sunday.
Yeah, and then
Why are
on
you shaking your
Friday,
head?
don't forget that it's Hyper Recap Week with Mr. Piano Pants Branson, Malika, and Lucas, and Adam will be running the board, and they're gonna be jamming on songs on the top 10 most viewed clips on Twitch. This might be a song that Branson has to sing.
Will he be singing
Yeah.
about himself
I don't
in
know.
this RPG?
But Bert, what's gonna happen on Thursday? It's crazy you say that.
Oh,
We're gonna just do
no.
a Warhammer game and watch the White Scars fight some Tyranids. It's crazy. It's nuts.
No, tell.
No, that's it. I'm done.
Oh,
So you get a Warhammer RPG and you get a Warhammer game.
and then
Did
next
we
Monday
stretch
we'll be
enough?
back
Are we
here.
good? Can we cut the? That's good.
And then next
Wow, we could just
Monday,
do
you
this
know
forever.
what? Matt's right. You got a whole weekend to rest up because right back here next Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, it's episode 3, the penultimate episode, if you can believe it, of the Game Masters Gauntlet. Matt will be GMing the third part of our saga. We will see
That's
what
right.
happens. And thank you all to everyone who helped contribute to tonight's story. You all are game masters as well.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go now.
Okay.
So have a wonderful day.
That was intense.